Oh, yes.
Red bush. Nice cup of red bush. For the lady. For the pretty lady.
Oh, let me put me like
I look like your dad or something here. Look.
I look like my dad.
I look like your dad. I look like a dad that is old enough to be your dad. Orville.
Who is your very best
Mango
friend?
has subbed straight away and the show hasn't even started. Well, the show has started. This is it. Thank you, Mango. Hey, Criv. Lee. Lance. Thank you, Lance. It's good to see you, Lance. This is going to be it. We've got 9,629 subs to the YouTube channel, which is pretty...
Do you know what? I might put a little bit of blusher on now. I can see just how pale I look on these cameras.
Yeah. Okay. What else? What am I going to do? What are we going to do? Hello, everyone. Welcome. The show is... This is it. We're in. We're starting early. Sometimes we feel like starting early. Yeah. We might finish a little bit early because I've got college tomorrow. But I've worked out I can leave this house at 10 to 7 in the morning.
You've been getting up at daft o'clock, haven't you?
When?
On a Thursday. And you've been getting
6.
up at like 6.
So I reckon I can get up at 6:30, get up and go.
Yeah, stick all your clothes out ready.
If you may have noticed, I'm going through a thing of just wearing... I'm like Fonzie, I'm just wearing white T-shirts.
Oh, is that so you can be like Banana Man stroke Eric?
Yeah.
See, it makes no difference. Can't.
Oh, well, it's because you've got it too bright.
No such thing, man.
My hair's a little bit too slick back now.
That's brighter still, but that's not even that bright.
Let's open Skype. That's what I was going to do. Oh, by the way, got some great advertisers. We had some great meetings with some advertisers. We have got a space, though. Got to write this down. We have got a space the week beginning the 19th of October. If you want to sponsor us, we have got a space. The Blaze is great. We bought that in Manchester. We've got a space starting the 19th of October. If someone said no one's going to call you, I think they used the F word for homosexual, but they missed out the A. So it was fugs.
Gosh.
Man, and the speed. Gatford's on fire tonight. I barely saw it. And Gatford knocked it out of the park.
Gosh, Ross plays Fortnite competitively and throws language like that around.
Well, let's just hope that Epic Games don't find out.
He hasn't streamed recently. What a shame.
You're a homophobe.
Oh, what a shame he's not streaming.
That's a shame, guys. Let's open Skype. I want some phone calls tonight. Yeah, so we've got a voice message from 3:30. Let's see what that is, shall we?
Who could that be?
Let's have a little listen.
Give me the hearing device.
Here we go.
Hi, Iain.
It's coming through the wrong speakers. It's all right. So this is all right. This is what you get.
Best we find this out now.
This is what you get coming on.
We don't want to get called names by another child, do we?
You get the Burt Reynolds effect, right?
Nick here from Vivian Claw. Not really spoken to you since you've started your show on Twitch.
It's our agent.
So I'll give you a ring on Monday's show about 9:30, and we can speak then about some job opportunities. Oh, and the stuff I told you about John Grant, it's not, I repeat, not for broadcasting. Okay.
Who?
See you soon. Speak Monday. Bye-bye.
Who?
Also,
his accent's changed somewhat, hasn't it?
Slightly too much echo, is there, Jim? Deal with it. I didn't get sued by him anyway, so those videos are back up.
There's a surprise.
Deal with it. We are looking good. We're feeling it. I'm not quite sure about the slick back hair. It makes my hair too high.
No. Au contraire.
I've recorded... I'm really enjoying doing these Man Up Snowflake things, and I kind of just record them. I'm really runny nose. Don't worry, I'm good, but I've got a runny nose.
Have you done another one?
I like recording little chunks. So I did 10 minutes. because I was sat in my garden feeling content. And I thought, oh, I should capture this. I should capture this and try and work out what it is that has made me feel content to see, A, because it'll help me, and also see if any of these things might help somebody else as well.
Right.
So I've recorded another little 10-minute bit. If you're not signed up to the Patreon, you've got to sign up, because it's like, it was supposed to be like one podcast for the $10 people or $5 and two for the $20. I'm just knocking these podcasts out, man. I'm just knocking them out. They'll be available eventually for free on the Iain Lee bonus stream, but that won't. The first one doesn't go up until it's like 10 weeks later. So the first one doesn't go up until I think December the 5th.
So there'll be old news.
That's old news. Let's get some I'm going to get some drops in as well for next week's show, and the show is going to take. It's going to reach new heights. Someone call us, right? Someone call us, and someone call us with stuff. We'll do the topics today, but someone call us with stuff to say, right?
Yeah.
We are being sponsored in a couple of weeks. We've got some great sponsors coming up. Next week we've got the Survivalist game. We've got some codes to give out.
That game looks amazing.
It looks nuts. It looks nuts. So they're sponsoring us next week, and we've got some codes to give you for different formats. And then the week after, for a month, we're being sponsored by a high-end, top-of-the-market drug and alcohol rehabilitation centre. Huh? What? I keep running my nose, and it's...
Mine's going a little bit as well.
It's just a runny nose, I promise. A really swish rehabilitation centre is sponsoring us, which is like, I mean, wow! That's incredible, you know. So if you want to be you don't have to be a high-end rehabilitation centre. You can be a one-man band, either literally you playing all the instruments, or you're a small independent business. LateNightAlternative@gmail.com. Send us an email. It's hundreds, not thousands, and it's the low hundreds. Thank you.
Hello?
It's the low hundreds. Okay, let me turn that. There we go. Oh, lady cat, why you claw me when you can jump?
Not me. There's an actual cat.
Why you claw me when you can jump?
She's given up.
So the show is taken off in so many exciting directions. Let me turn the heating down.
Down. Okay, it's a good job I got my coat on, innit?
Well, it's my house. And it's boiling.
What he means is it's his house, yes, admittedly so. It's not boiling. It's a temperature that a human being would enjoy rather than one...
dinner already.
Great. Rather than one that you put in a snake's tank if you want to get them out, if you want them to be nice and placid, which is how he likes it.
Big boy, I know you've been a knob.
Oh no, it's the other way around, isn't it, with snakes? Do you have to have it cold so that they... If it's too warm, I don't know, whichever.
Big boy, oh, we can't see it because I haven't plugged it. Big boy ate his dinner. Quickest, sharpest.
Well, he's not messing about. He's not messing about. He's already seen his dinner be munched once before his very eyes.
Have I got to reload that camera? Yeah, I have. Jesus, every time. Every time. That won't be you. Won't be you. Won't be there already. Why won't it be there already?
Look at all these empty...
Just had that, 7, isn't it?
There it is. Although I suspect we've had all the action we're going to have for a little while.
He'll go for a little walk in a bit.
Yeah.
He'll go for a little walk in a bit, but he's eating that.
It's warm, snakes are active. Right, so you turn the temperature down if you want them to calm down, right?
So, big things coming in the world of this show in terms of sponsorship, but we've still got room. We've still got room for more sponsors. Let me just... it feels like a very low energy start to the show.
Well, we're barely really...
Very low energy. We've got less viewers than Zaffa Cakes.
Yeah, but they don't think we're on yet. Now they're all piling in, look.
Destroy him!
I say piling.
Destroy him! Finish him. Kill him. Create a dashboard. Love it. It's not grey in my hair. It's grey hair. That's the colour of the hair. That's it. I like it. How about a sing-song? We could do. Phone up. People phone up. We were speaking to one of the sponsors today, and it was really interesting, actually. They asked us some really interesting questions, and one of them was, where do you see this going? What do you want this to be? And I said, Jason Stratham has subscribed for 7 months, currently on a 4-month streak. I'd love to know what happened in that break. I said I would like this to be a successful phone-in show where we have themes and we have like kind of threads, you know. Michael
and his slipper tree.
It's the slipper tree.
Oh.
And that's why we don't play that song anymore.
So it might not have been his.
Couldn't it? It might have just been next door.
Wow.
So we want this to be a really successful phone-in show. But for that to happen, you've got to phone in. And for that to happen, some of you pussies are saying you need topics. All right. I can sort that out for you. We got
hot topics. Hot topics.
We got a shed load of topics that we asked for from you guys yesterday. So let's get the tops up and running. Now these should whet your whistle.
Can't wait for this.
So if I go here, I redid it.
When I was walking back from school today, I met one of my youngest daughter's friends' dads, and the kids walked on together, and I was talking to the dad, and he actually said to me,
"Please don't touch me."
No, he didn't say that this time.
I'm saying that.
He said to me, "Have you ever wondered what happened to white dog poo?" I said, "More often than you would realise." In my line
you
of
know
work.
why we don't get white dog poo, don't you?
Yeah, because of calcium.
There we go.
So I told him and spoiled his fun.
Yeah.
He was ready to talk about it all the way home. I said to him, it's because it's something to do with the calcium in their dog
Let's
food.
get these topics. Let's get these topics up. Let's get these topics up.
Can't wait. The anticipation is building.
Some of them are rubbish. It's harder to come up with topics. Here's the thing. We are too subtle for you because we do topics all the time, right?
We just don't say "call me now" at the end of it.
It's all done in conversazione. It's all done in conversation. So, where is the thing from here? We're getting there. We're getting there. Phone-in show, new video, Donald Trump.
I remember that guy.
Scotch, football.
Dinosaur man.
Where is it? Here we go. Got it. Right. So we got topics,
Exciting,
right?
Exciting. Let's see what they came up with.
So you twats are better phone in. We could take inspiration from Nick Abbott, A to Z of the week. Oh my God, Nick Abbott's shows over New Year's and Christmas when he's doing the A to Z.
Why don't we do one on this day and just like use someone else's website?
So we did the first one from Spider, but we'll do it again, right?
Yeah.
He says, I can do this and only recently learned that lots of others cannot. And then it's a quote. Some people can voluntarily control the tensor tympani, a muscle within the ear. Contracting these muscles produces vibration and sound. The sound is usually described as a rumbling sound.
I'm doing it now.
I can do it. And then I said how I thought every night, Retro Salaryman, thank you. Every night I thought someone was coming up the stairs to kill me when I was a kid because I would hear dum, 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 dum. And it was just me with my head against the pillow. So that. Here we go. Right. But you lot need to call in about this or anything. I just don't know how to stress that you can call in about anything. Oh, we missed a call. Sorry. No, that isn't going to help, is it?
Well, we got egg on our faces now.
At least it's egg this time.
Yeah.
And we go.
Hello?
Hello, this is Iain and Catherine on the Late Night Alternative. I believe we missed your call. How can we help you?
I'm Tyler.
You're what, sorry?
It's Tyler.
Oh, right.
Hello, Tyrone.
Tyler. They used to ring us before.
Oh, Tyler! What's happened to your phone, man? The signal's terrible.
Wow.
How are you doing? I was thinking about you the other day. Not in that way.
I'm calling the police.
Why are you calling the police?
I was joking.
Okay, I wouldn't open with that one. What's going on, man? You sound distressed.
Hello.
Hello. What's going on, Tyler? You sound distressed.
I'm dying.
Okay. We're all dying.
I've got to go. I'm dying.
0203 286 6370. This is the best phone-in show out there. This is the best phone-in show out there. What you heard there, I believe, was a soul in pain and trying to communicate. So, yeah, that's life. That's life. That is life. Don't worry, I don't think, by the way, I don't think he's dying in the sense that some of you might imagine. I'm just aware that some of you don't know.
He phoned us quite a bit at the beginning of this.
So I'm not worried about him in that respect, but I am. I'm concerned, you know, when there's a young man who is clearly struggling with something. Tyler, I'd love to talk to you without any judgment, you know, from our part, if you'd be up for that. Let's go to Big Boy Cam, because I just heard a noise. No.
Where is he?
He'll be under that sofa on the right. 0203 286 6370 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You'd be very, very welcome. So, we're going through topics that you lot set.
So, by that rationale, should light up, because this is what you want to talk about.
Should light up. Should light up. So, TYTD Review says, which 5 fictional characters, very specific, would you and Catherine have on your team to pull off the perfect bank heist, and why?
Okay.
0203 286 6370. Those questions are open to you as well. I don't like the dinner party question. This is the dinner party question.
Kind of, isn't it?
I don't like the dinner party question. 5 Hulks, says Barty. Okay. Trent says that's an awesome topic. Okay, we'll call in.
I would say the Invisible Man, but that's going to attract attention, isn't it?
Is he fictional? Yeah, I mean...
The Invisible Man can let you in to the bank.
Well, Invisible Man can just go and do it.
No, because you'll see the money floating. That would attract attention.
Hulk, Invisible Man... I just have the Avengers.
All right, sorted.
I'll have 5 of the... Any 5 of the Avengers.
No
problem with
well,
which one.
4 of the Avengers.
Thank you for the sub.
4 of the Avengers and Tom Cruise on elastic, because he's good at that.
Yes. Mike says this is starting earlier than 9 now.
Sometimes.
The vibe is kicking in at 9, but if we're sat around and we're just feeling it, we might start a little bit earlier than 9. So what I would suggest is click follow here, and you can click a button that will give you an alert when we go live. Also, follow me on Twitter, and it gets announced on Twitter. So you get a little ping saying that we are live. So yeah, you've not really missed much, have they, Kath?
Well.
Not really much.
Well.
Nah.
Maybe a bit.
0203 286 6370 is the phone number. We are going through your topics.
Yeah.
Andy says, I like this now. I like this one.
Yeah.
Cash in the Attic. Let's see which fans have the best load of junk in their trunk. So, This is what I would like you to do, right? I would like you to go to your attic, your garage. No, here's where I'd like you to go. Here's where I'd like you to go. Your attic, your garage, the boot of your car, your bedside table, or under your bed, and grab one thing and bring it, and then Skype us in and show us. So those are the only places you can go to. And I would say attic or garage, but I'm aware it's 9 o'clock at night and not everyone wants to go up, and not everyone can, and not everyone can go to the garage. So attic, garage, boot of car, bedside cabinet, under the bed. Go and grab one thing and let's have a little look.
Now, I would go to my boot now, because there's some stuff in there. But I'm liable to come a cropper because there is a trap in your driveway.
Oh, well yeah. There's a big hole, which we've now discovered is a well.
It's a well.
Yeah, there's a well. I
hoping
mentioned this on the show yesterday.
Yeah, but only briefly. And I didn't know how much you'd explored it.
Well, I started. So I was told that the dip in my driveway, there used to be a well, and today I was putting some rubbish in the bin. We're not taking answers for that on the chat. You've got a phone up. And as I was coming back from the bin, I thought, oh, let me just kick away some of these stones. And I kicked, and it went down quite deep, and there were still stones. So I thought, well, let me get on my hands and knees. And I was digging with my hands. I don't like stones, the feeling of stones on my fingers. It's horrible. So I didn't do it too much, but it went down quite deep. So I'm going to dig up. I'm going to film me. I'm going to make a movie of me digging up the well at the front of my drive.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'm relieved that that's actually there because I just, I'm clumsy.
Yeah.
Lots of people sharing the mega mix of Bob Mortimer falling over.
Yeah.
I could probably rival that. I fall over quite a lot. I'm glad it wasn't just me. There is an actual death trap there.
There is a potential death trap.
Yeah.
Hello, caller.
It's Arthur Caddick, the head of the Caddick clan. Arthur Caddick, my son Alan's your biggest fan.
Okie dokie. Let's go. Oh, yeah, the calls are coming in. Good evening.
Hello. I've been to the bedside cabinet.
Oh,
Here we go.
dangerous.
Two things. Right. What looks to be
A plastic bag for an asphyxie wank.
no
Oh,
for what looks to be what are those things you put at the head of your bed?
Big nuts.
Big nuts. Yeah, that's right. Bag of big nuts.
Spare nuts.
And-
I like it.
And an old Nokia phone which does this. Look. Oh no. Like a Matrix.
Show me the front.
Show us the front.
Show me the front. Second phone I ever had. The second phone I ever
Really?
had. Yeah, and it was really popular because it was Matrix styly. They were one of the biggest selling phones of all time.
Yeah. And I never got rid of this one, and I imagine it's because of the fact that it does, although it doesn't close properly all the time.
No.
Now.
It's got. Is it one of those ones that's got a little pull? Can you pull the aerial out?
Hold on, I'll just check. I put the phone down. No. This is though I did. My very first phone was sold by Securicore,
Okay.
and it did have a mast that you could put up.
And you know that didn't. You know the pull-out aerials didn't do anything.
Oh, I know. It was cosmetic, wasn't it?
It was cosmetic. It was because people
Expected one.
expected like it to be like a walkie-talkie, so they would put it in, but it was just a little bit of plastic connected to nothing. Maybe that was my first phone. My second phone was a big old chunky thing, and it was chunky because if it ran out of battery, you could put in 6 AA's or 8 AA's, and you'd get about 15 minutes phone time out of it.
Wow.
Yeah. And they were in your bedside cabinet. Why are they in your bedside cabinet, Lord Gatford?
I'm guessing these are in the bedside cabinet because they're to do with the bed that it's next to.
Throw them away.
Well, yeah, probably should.
There
Yeah.
we go. And that's the thing. Whenever you get a new appliance and you get all the booklets and all the little spares and all of that, and you go, I'll put these in a cupboard because I'll need it. Trust me, as a 47-year-old man who has done this so many times, you will never need those things ever again. Throw them away.
And you'll have a drawer full of spares for things you do not own anymore.
Yep. Chargers,
Okay,
all of your chargers, throw away.
I won't take that back upstairs. It will stay downstairs and get thrown away in my clear out tomorrow. But I'm afraid I'm keeping hold of this.
Yes.
Well, I'm being told
I
that the
believe-
trend is saying in the chat the Nokia 8110 sells for about 100 quid.
No.
Right, Catherine, I'm gonna look on eBay, but I just need you to look away from. Okay, well, this is his. And by the way, this is a topic that we're doing, but we're smuggling it under the radar. I've already bought Catherine's Christmas present.
Oh.
So the topic could be, have you bought someone's Christmas present? Oh, right? I bought Catherine. You're not getting one. Yours is the gift of love. And I had an idea this morning. I was coming back from Tesco and I thought, I wonder if that exists. And I came back and I looked and it did, so I bought it. But here's the thing, Catherine, I don't know if you know this, Gatford. I think you probably do, but I can't be trusted around eBay. So I've given Catherine my eBay login. And every now and then I'll find something I want or need and say to Catherine, could you buy this for me? And she buys it, but it's my login and stuff.
Yeah.
So I saw this thing today and I thought, well, I need to buy this. I can't ask her to buy it. So maybe I'll set up a dummy account, buy this, and then close it. So I clicked, it was a buy now thing. So I clicked on buy now, and then it said, would you like to log in or buy as a guest?
Oh, you can do that?
Yes, mate. You can buy it as a guest. It leaves no trail. It leaves no trail.
And so it begins again.
Well, apart from your address, they don't know who you are.
No, they've got none of my deets. Well, they've got my address, but I haven't got to log in. I haven't got to set up an account. I haven't got to worry about reviews. It is beautiful. But I won't be doing it again. But I did buy Catherine's Christmas present.
Do you want me to...
So I need to go on eBay. That's it. So just look away while I go to eBay, because just in case there's any residual there of what I bought. Oh, there is. All right, hang on. What is it? A Nokia 8110?
I think so, yeah. There's no number on the back, but I do vaguely remember you saying that a minute ago.
It's a different phone, you absolute... Whoever said that, it's a different phone.
Oh, God, someone said
no,
that Gatford had in that plastic bag with roll plugs, so don't trust their expertise.
It's a 7110E.
7110. This is what people on the internet don't have a clue.
Can I
It's got one bid at £12.20. So I think
that's better than a slap in the face with a wet dipper. I'm on it.
Is, isn't it? It
Yeah.
is.
I might be able to afford another fridge at this rate.
Can I come back now?
You can come back now. Sorry, Catherine, you can come back. Gatford, thank you for taking part in the topics.
I know, on topic and everything. Hey, everybody, call up the show. Goodbye.
But there we go. What a nice guy. And that's how we do topics. Is I bought a Christmas present, and we didn't think you needed us to go. Have you done your Christmas shopping yet? What have you bought? Have you done a sneaky sneak? Have you had a great idea?
Maybe you're one of those people who buys throughout the year.
Yeah. So
Call me now. 0203 286 6370.
I reckon that's a little bit better. There we go.
Yeah.
So 0203 286 6370. I've stopped getting emails saying Iain went live. Has anyone received those? There could be a problem with the old Twitchingtons. It does happen. So follow me on Twitter, and then you get alerted.
Doesn't look like you're subscribed.
You don't have to be subscribed to get the alerts. You
Oh,
have
really?
to follow.
You have to follow, right.
So there's a good phone in, right? What is in your garage, your attic, the boot of your car, your bedside table, or underneath your bed? Oh my
what we
God,
got
I'm
here?
terrified
There's
at
some
this.
sort of device.
What the... Oh, you dirty boy. Dirty boy. Was that a Tomy Mastertronic, or is that a rip-off of Tomy?
It's a
Tomy
Tommytronic wheel game.
Okay, and can you tell us, can you describe the 3D stereo Skyfighters images that you can see?
It's actually...
He's getting a migraine, look.
I don't think you can be able to... I don't know if you can see anything through that at all.
No, you need to go up a bit. We're looking underneath it, so we need to just shift it a bit.
Put the eye holes on us.
There we go. No, we can't. You've got it slightly wrong angle. It's tricky. It's tricky.
Yeah, it uses the light. It
light
uses
is
the
the
light
key.
to
So what is
sort of
what
project
is
into
going?
it.
If I remember,
it's just like a aeroplane that flies about.
if I remember, yeah, you just kind of move like that way, don't you? And that is that the game.
Yeah, it flies in a circle, and then
Right.
you control it. It's just you either go up or down. It's not very. It's
My-
like one of those.
Go on, sorry, Raymond. Go on.
I was going to say it's like one. It's very similar to one of the little watch clock games, except it's a bit more. It's in a fancy case. It's not anything super. The stereo thing is just the sound left and right.
My 8-year-old wants the new Oculus Quest VR.
Right.
I'm wondering if I can give him one of them.
I think you get away with it, yeah.
And say, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you, Raymond. Excellent stuff. Where was that, by the way?
I live in a flat, so I don't have an attic, but I have a spare room full of junk. Would you like to see my junk spare room? It's a mess.
Oh,
God,
yes.
Yes, I would.
Genuinely, it's truly shocking.
Oh, I've got a spare room like that.
This is exciting. I used to, and then we had kids.
Well, the reason why it's full of crap is because of kids. It was the playroom, but no one can play in there anymore.
Oh,
Actually, that's not too bad. That's just daybreak.
Oh, look at those joysticks. What are those joysticks for, man?
They're arcade sticks I made myself for my Retro Pie.
You are a filthy, filthy man. My God. I have to get my Retro Pie up and running. I've got some Game & Watch games on my Retro Pie, which we can play at some point. Go on, move around. Let's have a look. Let's see what else we got.
That's my old electric bike that is now broken.
Oh.
The front wheel got smacked. The front wheel that has a motor on it get cracked, so it's not safe anymore to cycle.
But and are you going to fix it?
It's too expensive to fix.
So you're keeping it for?
I'm keeping it because sentimental reasons.
Of course, Mr. Trebus. We completely understand. Raymond, that would be such a lovely guest room.
Yes, it would. I'll need to invite the guest to encourage me to tidy it up.
Raymond, thank you very much, mate. I love it. Have a good evening.
Bye.
0203 286.
That wasn't as bad as I'd imagined.
637.
You could see some flaw.
I've seen worse.
I've owned worse.
I've had significantly worse. It turns out we're onto a winner here. This is a great topic. Thank you, Andy. What have you got in your attic, your garage, your boot of your car, your bedside table, or underneath the bed? Hello, Richard.
Hey, Richard.
Hello, Ian. Hello, Catherine. How are you?
Hey. We're
Good,
all
thanks,
right.
man. How are you doing?
I don't know. Well, I've gone upstairs because we're in the process of moving. But in this process of moving, I seem to have found a whole load of board games which are pointless now, which you might like or not. Let me flip the camera around if I can do that.
Let's have a look.
How do you do that? I don't know how Skype works, to be honest. All right, I've done it. So we've got Brick Quiz.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, most of these I bought from charity shops in the last few weeks. So, I'm moving a lot more crap.
Go to the next one. Go to the next one.
Matchroom Snooker Quiz.
No, hang on.
Endorsed by.
But it's not what. Read the full title. It's not called Snooker Quiz.
The Matchroom Snooker Quiz game.
Snooker Quiz game. just to hammer home, you are meant to be having fun. That kid's dead now.
There's a table. There's balls.
Oh, that looks wicked.
How it works.
That looks wicked.
Now, imagine if you were a kid in the 80s and you didn't have enough room for a snooker table.
Yep.
What could you do? You can play, not that, no. Championship Snooker with Stephen Hendry. It's super fun snooker game for all the family.
Surely the super fun snooker game for all the family is snooker.
Oh, what's this?
No, because you haven't got enough room for a snooker table.
That's true.
So you can play snooker on a ball.
Oh.
Jesus,
that looks like
dull.
They've taken snooker and taken all the joy from it and then ironed it flat.
That looks boring. Oh my God. That looks terrible.
We've got Family Fortunes.
Nice.
With a variation of Bob Marley. Let's look at the families. Look at the families.
Well, I mean, it's not very diverse. I mean, he's got a fantastic tash there.
Let's go and have a look at the other side. Who's on the other side?
Same family, but in different order.
Joe Biden, look. Yeah. Joe Biden. And that's me as a kid next to him. Look at that. There we go. Wow.
That's very popular on the Skype quiz on a Saturday. That everyone likes playing
Family Fortunes. We had we bought a modern version of that again in the charity shop, Vernon Kay era. You can't go wrong with Family Fortunes, except I'm guessing that's about 30 years old, and the references will be meaningless to anyone under the age of 40.
Yeah.
there is name famous people on the radio as a question, which is obviously full of people you can't mention anymore.
Oh, go on. Who's on there? Who are the answers?
Hang on, let me find it.
Oh, here we go.
Challenge Annika game. Can you complete the challenge?
Action-packed game of thrills and spills.
3, 2, 1, blockbusters. They're all here.
I love this
On the
stuff.
Family Fortune Ford, it does have one of the scores of 69. There's the toy money.
Wow.
And I've got to find the question now, which is all the. Here it is. I think. Yeah.
Of course, it's straight at the top. You naughty boy.
Oh yeah, of course it is. Name a disc jockey. Right, there are however many answers. 9 answers. 9 answers.
All right, I'm going straight in. Savile.
Savile, of course, is there. 9 points.
Wow.
Go on, Catherine. You'll go.
Diddy David Hamilton.
4 points for Diddy David Hamilton.
I'm cheating a little bit. I saw it on there. Wogan.
Yes.
Wogan's top answer, 29.
Yeah.
Harry Cornflake, DLT.
He's on 10.
I'm going to go Kenny Everett.
Surprisingly, no Kenny Everett.
Okay.
What
all
about
right.
Tony Blackburn?
Tony Blackburn, 12.
Beautiful. Okay. Kid Jensen.
He's not on there. Sorry, I should have done that.
What about Gary
Davis.
Davis?
No, that's too early for Gary Davis.
It's a bit too early for Gary Davis.
Yeah.
I think
Wow.
it's about 1982 this came. On 1981 it came out.
Oh, Noel Edmonds.
Noel Edmonds, 11.
Yeah, we go.
There are 3 left, and they're all less than 10.
Jeez.
One of them was on Radio 2 for A Dog's Age.
Oh, he used to use quite racist language off air. Jimmy Young.
If you say he did, then he did. Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
7 points.
Jimmy Young.
Stewart. What's his name? Ed Stewart.
Yes, the author of one of the world's greatest ever autobiographies. He's on 2.
Oh, about when he... I want to get a copy of that and read extracts of that. Particularly
When he
before
meets his wife.
He meets his wife, who's 13 years old.
And you've got one left, which... Yeah, he's a famous name, but you probably wouldn't be one that would go straight to mind. I can't really think of a clue either, because it's one of those names from the past. So.
Fluff Freeman.
No, surprised he's not on there.
The Roscoe fella.
No, Emperor Roscoe's not on there.
Emperor Roscoe.
I think you've run out of lies, but you can still geek best, and it's your show.
No, go on. Who is it?
Pete Murray.
Pete Murray. Yeah. Pete Murray. Yes. Pete Murray. There we go. Mark Dolan, someone suggested, and Dan Wootton. Okay. And so what are you going to do with those board games?
Well, I'm going to keep them, obviously, and never play them until my wife chucks them out. But she's downstairs, so she'll probably chuck them out as soon as she hears this.
I love a good haul of board games,
Well,
and it popped up on my Facebook Marketplace the other day. 6 board games, all complete, all fairly new, 15 quid, and I was desperate for it, but they've gone. Someone else has got them. Probably Richard's got them.
Plus, Richard, Christmas is looking proper boring this year, so you might need them. Don't throw them away yet.
I mean, I've stolen your idea because we do a Skype quiz on a Saturday. We're doing You Bet this week just because I've stolen it off you. So.
It's listen, watching old TV and doing quizzes on the internet. I, as much as I'd like to, I don't think Catherine and I can claim full credit for it. I suspect some of the others have done it before us. But may God bless you for saying you've stolen it off us.
Well, that's fine. I'm happy to steal it, but not happy to give you any money for the
Good.
race.
Richard, nice to talk to you. Thank you for that, mate.
Thank you. And
Cheers. Bye-bye. There we go. I enjoyed that.
I think we've got a topic that's taken.
There we go. Turns out you guys want topics. Lazy bastards. Right, we missed this call here. Let's give Lee a quick call. Hello, Lee.
Mr. Lee.
Pete, we'll come to you in a second. You'll be next. I can see you ringing in. You'll be next.
Remember these things?
Oh, yeah, love it. Game & Watch. I used to have the Donkey Kong 2. They're beautiful.
Still works. Look, this is before he was Super Mario. He just worked in a factory, and he has to pass the bottles from one side to the other. And if he fails, he gets told off by his boss.
Yeah, those are great. Have you got any of the other ones?
Oh, I've got a fair few, but they don't work. This is the only one that works. This is the oldest
I had
one.
Donkey Kong 2, which I loved, And I mean, they were so expensive, and if you had one and you were in the school playground, you were a king.
Yeah.
But on my Raspberry Pi, my emulator, Lee, it's got all of the Game and Watch.
Not very good,
things.
are they?
No.
Also, it's a bit ambitious calling it a watch, isn't it? What are you going to do with that?
You can set an alarm on it. Bit of sellotape. You could set an alarm, but those were treasure. To have that was.
I really wanted one.
Very, very cool.
I didn't have one, Catherine. That's a sad tale. I just looked it up on eBay. It's only worth 20 quid. It probably costs that much new. Anyway,
I really wanted something like that, but what I got was, do you remember those things that were like water and they had little pumps on and you could like get the hoops over there? That's what they got me instead.
No way. Oh, I remember them. The little things. They're awful.
They were probably more fun than the Game and Watches though, because it was a bit more of a random thing. There's a random element to it.
I forgot as well is you can't turn them off.
Oh.
The batteries just run out eventually. I just looked it up because I was like, how'd you turn it off? It was making an awful sound.
Oh, and you can't. I had one of my favourite little game. It wasn't a Game and Watch, but it was Mini Munchman. And
That rings a bell.
It was a Pac-Man, little yellow rectangle, and it was a rip-off of of Pac-Man. Obviously.
There were loads of rip-off
when you're
games,
allowed
weren't
to
there?
rip off them, when copyright laws apparently didn't hold anything.
It looks like Pac-Man, but he's got a long nose.
Yeah, Mini Munchman. Yeah. I'll show you. Let me show you on the
I think my neighbour had that.
I used to love
Grandstand Games.
In fact, either the latest or
it's £100.
Yeah, I know it was only 52 quid. One of the articles I've just written for Retro Gamer is about Mini Munchman.
Oh yeah, I forgot you did that.
Yeah, that's it. I've got to be careful because we're on eBay and I don't want you seeing what I was looking at.
Oh, you mean it's not Mini Munchman?
It's not Mini Munchman.
It's got you one of those things with the hoops.
You got to put your own water in it. It doesn't even come ready.
All right.
Thank you, Lee. Where was that? Sorry, where was that, please?
It was in my attic next to 3 air rifles that I inherited from my uncle.
Goodbye, killer.
In the arsenal.
Turns out we've got a topic, guys. Maybe this is the way forward. And here's the thing. I think this was from Andy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Catherine and I are always prepared to admit when we're wrong. It looks like maybe we're wrong. Looks like maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're wrong.
Maybe a bit.
He's looking very smart. Hello, mate.
Look at this.
Hello.
Hello.
Oi, he's looking smart and he's sounding sharp as.
I'm going to put one ear in.
So I've turned it down a little bit. We're safe. Hello, mate. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. This is a topic that's very hit home for me at the moment.
You've moved back to your mum's, haven't you? I
have, yeah. I got a removal firm in to go to London yesterday and basically pack up all of my stuff and bring it over. So the answer to what is currently in the sort of garage utility room area, oh God,
is your home.
I don't know if you can quite see.
Yeah.
Lights out. It's all the boxes, except that's not all the boxes. Because there's another 15 or so in my room.
Oh.
And is that everything? Is that your entire life in those boxes?
It is, yeah. Which somehow fit into one bedroom in London, and not there's like one box of stuff from elsewhere in the house. The rest is.
Oh, Gatford, please don't troll him. Gatford is saying the second best old TV taped show on Twitch. Come on, Gatford, he's having a tough time. Let's not belittle him.
Don't twist the knife.
How are you feeling about it? Because I know, and by the way, if you're on Patreon and stuff, dear listener, I'm doing more of these Man Up Snowflake things, and I'm recording a second one. And Pete, I got your message. I'm not going to divulge any of the contents of it because that is, you haven't given me permission. That's between us. But thank you.
I don't know why. I was just like, I'm just going to write all that out.
Good. I'm glad you did. In fact, maybe I should make that clearer that people can if they want. I won't necessarily reply, but I'll read it all. And I'm glad that you felt that you could write all of that and share that. And I hopefully it brought you a little bit of relief. But if it didn't, well, I had a good old laugh. So
things out your head. It's I
found it. But I saw you tweeted that maybe you might be struggling a little bit.
Yeah, I tweeted yesterday, and the boxes turned up. I will admit, I kind of spiraled into a bit of a panic. I'm okay, sort of, having opened some of the boxes. I mean, inevitably, because I got someone else to do it, sort of blindly. They've not necessarily. Well, obviously, they've not chosen things, and they've not. It's all packed in ways I wouldn't have necessarily done. So it's not as much as it looks so far.
Right. Okay. Yeah. They've not been as efficient as they could. They just went in and chucked it all in boxes.
Kind of. Well, I mean, I guess they've got to keep everything sort of to weight limits and things, and try and keep everything safe as well. Which, but yeah, it's. So far, I'm getting through the boxes quite quickly. I imagine that'll change when I start to get to certain parts of it. But
do you have a plan, or is it you can't make a plan while COVID is ruling the world?
At the moment, I mean, my plan is to not go back to London, but to not stay here in the long term.
Yeah.
I expect I'll be here for at least the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Because, as you say, COVID and all the rest of it. And yeah, I mean, as long as things carry on with work and things, I'll probably just try and move somewhere near here.
Yeah.
Because mum's here, my sister and my nephew and niece are sort of 20 miles away. I just realised there was no point in me being in London anymore. I never sit. I've got friends and things that I talk to on mostly online, and I never.
Your work is digital as well, isn't it? So you don't need to be in London.
That's it. My up until last July, my work was partly based in Ealing and White City, and since then it's not. It's entirely remote. So yeah, all the reasons just disappear. And that I realised that during the first lockdown, and then sort of when I went back to London from my mum's, it sort of just drove it home how little reason there was for me to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas dinner?
I'm not making it.
No, I'm saying, is this all planned so that Mum can do a wicked Christmas dinner for you?
She always does.
Yes, mums are the best.
And, weekly roasts and things. It's
Hang in there, man. You're one of the good guys. Have you got anything that you would like to? Have you chosen a particular piece of crap that you would like to show us, or is it were the boxes the display of what's in your bedside table?
Bedside table's in there.
I mean, I've got up in the room. I've got sort of half a cupboard full of just boxes of videotapes, but you know about that already. So, yeah.
Hang in there, man. Keep listening, because I think our next caller is in a very similar position to you. Sarah, we are calling you now.
Isn't it funny when you realise you don't need to be in London?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Great. And then a few years later, your marriage falls apart. You go, I wish I was in London.
Well.
Sarah. Oh, we saw you and then you vanished.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
We can see you. We can see you. We can hear you. We can smell you.
Oh.
No, well, we can't do that yet, but...
I'm not sure you'd want to be honest.
Is it a bit fresh?
Crap from the garage.
Oh, here we go.
All right,
here we go.
Now, this is very timely because a skip arrived today.
Yeah.
And this has not yet made it into the skip, but soon shall. It is the world's most useless fishing net.
Oh, look!
Hey!
With two enormous holes.
Wearing it. You're going to a Halloween party as a trout.
Well, it could be some sort of art installation, I suppose.
And why? I mean, why? Is that yours or is that your mum's? Or
is it the result of an epic fish struggle between man and fish that you like to recount, or woman and fish?
A load of fishing stuff in the garage, and nobody who lives here fishes.
Oh.
I've never been. I would actually quite enjoy going fishing, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and I don't know anyone who does it. So I don't really feel like just turning up at the side of the canal with a stick and a bit of string and a worm tied to it. But yeah, I mean, this was worth keeping for 30 years. I think you can agree.
Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny the crap we keep? And I've got a big box full of chargers and leads, and I went through it a while ago and got rid of loads of stuff. And then I was in bed the other night thinking, I don't think I need anything that's in that box. There's a couple of old hard drives that have got like some monkey stuff and some pictures of the kids and stuff. But that's it. And so the plan is I'm just going to chuck it all out. I want my plan, Sarah, is to be free of as much as I can be, because it doesn't bring me happiness.
No, and the more stuff you've got, the more likely you are to misplace things. It makes me so anxious not being able to find stuff. Like today, I wanted to bring some films over, and I thought, I know, I've seen them. I've been tidying around them for years, right? I could picture them. Were they there? They weren't there.
They were not there.
And now I feel like I should buy them again just because I can't be bothered to keep looking for them. It's insanity is what it is. And it's not really about the thing, is it? It's about that moment in time when you had the thing.
Yeah, and the other thing is a lot of stuff has been dumped in that garage that, it'll be useful, or I'd want to keep it, but I don't have an immediate use for it. And, of course, the garage has been leaking, so loads of stuff is all rotten and mouldy, and we should have just chucked it in a skip 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So.
I had a big clear out recently, and it was all right, and I'm getting ready for another one. I threw 2 shirts away today. Threw 2 shirts. Not a lot, but it was significant. I got rid of them.
Yeah. I need to do another clothes clear out, I think.
Hang in there, Sarah, and you because you mentioned in the chat that you're in a similar position to Pete. What, may I ask what that position is?
Thinking about finally actually biting the bullet and getting rid of my room in London.
Right. Because you're staying at your mum's, aren't you, who's got an Egyptian toilet?
Yeah. Partly because money and work's dried up, and I don't really have a reason to be in London. If all the things that make living in London worthwhile aren't happening, why be there? But then the thought of, I don't know where else I could sort of go physically in life.
Whereabouts is mum?
I'm in Surrey, so I'm not even that far outside of London, but it feels like a very provincial place to be.
I know what you mean.
It's hard to go back.
Yeah, you can't go back home. You can't go back home. That's that. Well, you can, but it's it's hard. You can't settle. But I mean, we moved out of London when the kids were about to start going to school, so that was kind of a practical thing. And sometimes I think it'd be nice. I wish I hadn't moved out. But actually, what I mean is, I wish I'd stayed living in the flat I was living in and hadn't got married and hadn't sold that flat. And then blah, 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 blah. That's, unfortunately, that's what happened. But now I'm living out near Aylesbury. I'm not even in Aylesbury. I'm outside it. Way cheaper.
Yeah.
And I don't miss it. And it was a faff when we worked in London, but we could do it with the drive. But now I'm not working in London. I don't miss it. What do I want? I want a Costa. I want a nice cafe, and I would like a park to go for a walk in. I've got all of that at a fraction of the price.
Yeah, it was nice to be places where, occasionally we'd get people come over. Like the whole, people would come over and you'd be able to go and see Bill Murray across the road from where you work and stuff. But it didn't happen often enough to justify the fact I was spending a bloody fortune in petrol, and for the most part I could have been anywhere.
Sarah, I am seriously considering breaking lockdown restrictions and buying, the Cineworld are going bust.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of buying one of the cinemas and creating sort of like a commune cult kind of thing. There'll be no drugs, there'll be no sex, but there will be brainwashing, and it will probably burn us all to death at some point. Is that something I could interest you in? Can I put your name on the list, please?
No drugs is fine. No sex. Well, there's none of that sort of appearing on the card.
It's not a massively sexy time anyway, is
Nothing changes. Nothing changes. And you'd be happy living in a cinema and eventually being burnt to death when the FBI try and storm us? I'm going to put that as a maybe.
Yeah, put it down as a maybe.
There we go.
Any other great options on the card? So.
This is when you get them, you see, when they don't know where
Vulnerable.
to go. Yeah. Yeah.
Sarah, thank you very much. Nice to talk to you. Let us know if how the decision making goes as well as it can.
Thank you.
Take care. See you later on. Ta-ra.
Speaking of decisions, we've got an unban request.
Oh, beautiful.
Now, is it going to be chat? What do you think? Is it going to be phrased in a delicate and convincing way that means that we've obviously misjudged someone?
You're coming up next.
Or is it going to be rude from the start and have absolutely no chance of being revoked?
Excited.
What do you
Evening,
reckon?
Captain Sexy. Well, can we get a shout out for Captain Sexy, please, in the chat? Good evening, Captain Sexy.
Here we go.
Guess the crotch.
The note on this is, I want to chat in the man-child stream! Exclamation mark.
Oh!
Maybe it's just the tone of this that we're misjudging. Let's have a look at some of the things he said to us when he was a member of this thriving community.
Here we go.
What are you preparing for, Ian? My ears have cancer. Just arrived. What's the problem exactly? Mm-hmm. I've never seen two more salty hosts of a show in my life. Holy SH1T.
That's a nice one. Salty is a compliment.
I am salty.
Salty is a compliment.
What's on the tapes? What are you talking about? That is such a generic thing to say. Tell us specifically why you have a problem with Facebook. You're an idiot. I thought you were a socialist. Give me money. Give me money. Ian, do you realise that arguing with viewers, listeners live on air is not entertaining and rather tedious? This from the man who's been
I remember this.
arguing
this
by himself.
Yeah.
Just some advice to hold true numbers a bit! Exclamation mark. This was on one of your gaming streams, I think, because at 22 minutes past 2 one afternoon, you banned him.
Okay.
So what do you reckon?
I reckon we unban him.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. That stays banned.
Deny. I could send him a little message.
No. Just stays banned.
Yeah.
Stays banned. Fun.
But we're the salty ones.
We're the salty ones. I love it. Love it. We should. Let me just check.
Listen, if you're going to try that try that stuff with me, I keep the receipts and I will show them to everybody. So.
We got an email from
salty.
It's latenightalternative@gmail.com from Lino. Hi. I'm reaching out to you to kindly ask if you can help Gatford get unbanned from Rumbelows because he kept asking to see inside the back of their fridges. God bless. From Lena. That is, I'm afraid, is out of our remit.
We don't intercede in Rumbelows matters. We've learned that.
Oh my God!
Oh.
Amy has sent us something.
It's something she found in the loft from the previous owners, she says.
I need to, I don't want to download that.
No.
I've seen this before. She sent us this before.
I mean, she would though, wouldn't she?
I mean,
it's quite a thing.
How can I make that? Can I make you go in there? Yeah. Right.
Maybe Captain Sexy can tell us what this is.
Hang on, I've got to try and find out where it's gone. Down. If I go to down. Oh God, I don't know how to work a computer. Hello, computer. It's my favourite joke. That is. No one gets it. Pete will get it and say I've done it wrong. I haven't done it wrong. You've done it wrong. So get stuffed. That picture's not downloaded.
No, it's contraband.
Download. There we go.
Here we go. This is going to be a treat for everybody. God, I'd forgotten. I'd forgotten that there's not a whole thing there. I mean, there is a hole.
Captain Sexy.
Not the whole thing. What?
It is a Dorian Gray portrait. Dorian Gray portrait.
The pump though. The pump.
She's a beautiful lady. Or it's that lad that used to do the antiques when he was still a lad.
Oh my God.
Isn't it?
Oh
Captain
dear.
Sexy wants his doll back. Captain Sexy.
Do you think it was ever attached to a body and had been removed to like put on the drainer, or was it just that?
You wanted topics, we're giving you topics, and so far we're on topic number 2, and we are asking what can you find in your garage, your attic, the boot of your car, or your bedside table, or under.
Liv in the chat, Liv Machine says, looks a bit like Kath from Kath and Kim. You're right. It's nice. It's different. It's unusual.
Okay, I've never seen it.
That's so good.
Good evening, Big A.
Yo, yo, yo.
I'm on the computer desktop for the first time for a long time.
I thought you looked swish. Christopher, I can see you're calling. We'll call you straight
We'll
back
be right
after
there.
this call. Don't you panic.
Got this. Could you see that?
Poseidon, man. Look at that. That's more than we got.
Also, you see that?
Has he got some Zeus porn?
No.
Is it signed?
That's the dog.
Yeah, Zeus.
Zeus, the dog.
Yeah.
Is it signed?
No. I want to thank you guys because apparently, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I did. So maybe I was the first caller on the show and said winner.
Yeah. You have. They started doing their own spontaneous competitions. These sponsors, and they did say I think first caller on the show or something, and it was you, and you won. You won a lovely mug.
It's lovely, thank you. Whoever, Poseidon, they're lovely people.
There we go. I tell you what. Right. Well, hang on. Let me get the graphic. You can do the Poseidon add. Hang on a second. That is that. We're going to copy that.
Yeah.
We're going to go to screen 2. Stay there. Don't move.
Because the thing is, mugs cost, and here's where you start paying.
Here we go. Right, Alistair.
In plugs.
Give us the Poseidon Safety Management ad for this hour, please.
Okay, right. This is the wonderful Ian and Catherine and this TLNA, and you wouldn't have them without the input of Poseidon Safety Management and Zeus, because what they do, they go around Devon and Cornwall, and if there's any dodgy people, Zeus gives them a good scare, and we're all happy about that because we don't like the bad uns. And what they do also is that if, like a school or a pub or, well, pubs are all going to be shut anyway, but all the schools, if they've had a problem, then they'll provide a free service, which is absolutely superb. So, and as well, I want to thank them for sending me a mug completely free of charge, and I want them to know that you may be very happy. Thank you.
Oh, mate. Well done, Alistair. Thank you. Can someone clip that and send that over? I ain't never doing an advert for Poseidon again because we are never gonna beat that.
Oh, what's this?
Whoa!
I hope this isn't triggering, Ian. But,
no, I never injected.
Right, now you said something about old crap.
Yes.
Now I missed the beginning of the show because I ridiculously changed the password on my Wi-Fi router, and unfortunately everything then stopped, so I had to redo it. My day's been terrible.
Oh mate, I'm sorry to hear that. By the way, Boy Lewis has subscribed just because of the quality of your advert there. So, and that's what he's saying. So hopefully that's cheered you up.
Ever since you've come on.
Wicked. I'm sorry you've had a rough day.
I was particularly happy the way that you delivered the message to that band fiend. That you weren't having it. I thought you were very masterly.
Yes, thank you very much.
Please don't say that when you're holding
a penis pump.
Something like that. I mean, dear God, man. Now, anyway, the reason I've got you here, mistress, is I'd like another injection in the pee-pee.
Well, let's see if you can tidy my toilet up with your face.
If you could help. Anyway, no, so this is actually, did belong to my dad, who was a consultant anaesthetist.
Oh my God.
That's
it's
the business.
Actually not old crap, it's old, but it's something that I'll treasure because it's something that was my dad's.
Yeah.
And that's it really. I also, Ian, need to tell you, right, so I've got my organ out.
Steady.
Whoa, not again.
Steady.
And so I thought maybe one night, I could, if you played a song and just shouted out the chords, I could play along with you because I know chords and piano.
All right, yeah, I'm up for that.
But
well, let's have a little jam tomorrow. Let's have a little jam tomorrow night.
Well, sometime, yeah.
Let's do
now,
it.
The last question is,
yes,
right?
Sir. Yes.
When I subscribed to you guys, I did it on my iPhone, which is the worst possible platform to do it, because you can't upgrade to tier 3.
I don't think you can.
When you go on the desktop to try, it'll refer you back to your iPhone. So if I give you the requisite amount in your PayPal account, can I come to your meeting on Saturday?
Shush. Hush yourself. Hush yourself.
All right.
This is the tier 3 meeting that will be happening Saturday, and it's going to be. I've got the kids now. It's going to be 11 o'clock Saturday morning.
All right.
It's 11 o'clock, so for tier 3 only. What tier are you officially, Alistair?
I'm on tier 1 until October 20th.
Oh, he's combined the two. He did it. Alistair, you don't need to send us any more. You will be... I tell you what you'll be, right? You will be... what do they call it when they let like a pleb into a posh school?
Oh, like the bursary boy?
Yeah, what they call it, there's a grant.
A scholar.
A scholar. Yeah. You are going to be a tier 1 scholar. And we are going to let you in to the tier 3 meeting so that you can go back to all the tier 1s as they're sleeping in their cardboard boxes and eating dead rats and stuff like that and say, it was amazing. I've never seen anything like it. And you can persuade all of your tier 1 pals to sub up to tier 3. And you don't pay an extra penny. How's about that?
That's fine. But I will do next time once it's all sorted.
Well, you might see the tier 3 meeting and go, I'm not paying for that shit.
Yeah. But I do know about being a pleb because I went to boarding school and you're a pleb for about 2 or 3 years.
Okay,
there.
So you're used to it.
Anyway.
Well, you should fit in beautifully then.
We will see you on Saturday. Thank you very much, Alistair. So the production meeting is going to be 11 o'clock on Saturday. I've got my kids on Saturday now, so that puts a slight Spaniard in the works. But
well, I've got my kids, obviously, too.
Yep.
Could we get them to play something online together?
Yes, that's what we'll do. So if you're a tier 3, you've got until midday on Friday to sign up for a tier 3 sub. And I will then, just after midday, be sending out the invitationes via Whispers on Twitch. So check your Whispers Friday afternoon. I'll remind you Friday evening, but check your Whispers. It will have the link for the Zoom production meeting that will be recorded. It will be uploaded to YouTube.
Yeah.
We'll go as a podcast, and it'll be a bit of a laugh. Right. We missed Christopher. Christopher, stay there. I'll come to you in a second, but we've already done one of the sponsors. Let's big up the Gregorian. We had an excellent phone call with this morning. I had a lovely Zoom call. A lovely chat. And he was telling us why he liked the show and why he enjoyed it and why he's really keen to sponsor this. And he gets mortified, apparently, every time we mention his name. He gets so embarrassed he has to switch off. Richard Gregorian, Richard Gregorian, Richard Gregorian, grow some bloody hair. If you're getting divorced, go to gelaw.co.uk, gelaw.co.uk, and it's very humane.
Yeah.
So you've got human, you've got humane, and you've got humanistic. Humanist. It's humane. Is it? Human would work.
Well, of course they're human.
Humanist wouldn't work.
Well,
it is. They will. Who cares?
They think of.
Don't bother.
They think of the whole family, right? So while you're going in and you don't want to be married anymore, you're going to be a family when it comes down to it, when it's all over, and they want to make sure that transition is as smooth as possible. So they won't stir it up. They won't create more problems than there already are, and they'll help you smooth some stuff over. Don't you dare.
My hair looks on point there.
Yeah.
We did Poseidon. They're done.
Yeah.
34SP. We're going to go and look at their website a little bit later on. We're going to look at each company's website one day a week, and we'll look at 34sp.com. Oh, by the way, so the TLNA code that gets you 3 months free, I think that's going to last forever.
Yeah.
Stuart, who is like the head honcho, said that, if someone watches this is going out, what is the date? Today, the 7th of October 2020. But if you're watching this like in March or June of 2021, it'll still work. 2022, that's got to be worth a punt, isn't it?
3 months free to see if you like it.
2023, go and watch something new. You're only watching this in 2023 because one of us has died.
Oh, I think I know who it is.
So 34sp.com, it's a web hosting service, and if you use the code TLNA, they will give you 3 months free, and they've just signed up for another month of advertising with us. So thank you, Stuart. Thank you to everyone at the team. Thank you. And again, if you are using 34SP to host your website, as we had one earlier, late last week, I think it was, let us know. Send us a little bit of proof, just an email, saying that you're using them. Send us the link for your website, and we'll give your website a little plug as well. And we've only got them for a week so far, but I think the way things are going, I suspect these guys are going to come back. Because I know loads of you have signed up to this Viz. They've set up a special offer exclusively for TLNA fans. That's you guys.
They know that you're the kind of filthy animals who get a kick out of Viz, even though it's not as good as it used to be.
Hi Viz, well done. Can we get the... Do I just type in... There we go. Thank you, Gatford. The link is in the chat. subscribe.viz.co.uk/TLNA.
So
Three
what do you
issues
get?
for £1.
Exactly. You get something brilliant there.
And then it's still cheaper to carry on the subscription than it is buying it in the shop. But
Yeah.
if you want to cancel the subscription after that, during that first bit, you can. But it's Viz. It's not as good as it used to be, but it's funny. And Linny, we will be, as far as I'm aware, in issue 300 sponsoring the letters page. I think it's going to be like a tiny little thing saying letters page brought to you by Iain and Catherine from I think that's it. But I'm really, really excited.
Mark 79, yeah, we did.
Did you just say your sponsor isn't as good as they used to be? Viz isn't as funny as it used to be, yeah. Exactly. 0203 286 6370 is the phone number. What have you got in your garage, your loft, your
spare room?
No. Well,
if you've got a flat.
Your boot of your car. Oh, so I got a load of crap in the boot of my car, including some kindling and some wood and my fishing magnets. And then I remembered when I bought the car, in the boot there was like a false bottom.
Yes.
And I took it out and just put it in the garage. I thought...
Because you can use that as a shelf.
Well, I could put that false bottom back in and all of that crap that's under there, I won't see
Gone,
it.
forgotten about.
It's gone. It's gone. So I'm doing that. That's my plan. 0203 286 6370. Christopher, we missed you, so we're going to give you a little call calls. I don't think you've got issue 301, Linny, because issue 300 hasn't come out yet. Hello, Christopher.
How's it going?
Really well.
Very good.
I found my why.
Say that again.
I found my why.
You did?
Yes.
What was it?
Well, at the moment, it's getting Big Boy to be confident enough to come and sit out in the living room while I'm in there.
Oh, let's have a quick look at Big Boy Cam.
Let's go to Big Boy Cam. Oh, no, there. No sign of Big Boy yet.
No.
He's eaten, so he probably won't go out now. But that is my current why. I worked it out today, and this is the thing: knowing your why, according to Frankel, is he puts forward the idea that a lot of depression and a lot of suffering is because people don't know their why. They don't know what the meaning of life is, and the meaning of life is not one fixed thing. This is great, man. It's not one fixed thing. It's different for everybody, and it can be different at different days and different weeks. And my meaning of life, my why right now, is to be patient enough and loving enough to get Big Boy to come and sit in the living room with me.
Yeah.
What's your why, Christopher?
So, I touched on that about a year ago when I made the point. You know, we had the conversation, and there was an amazing bit where I felt great pride of hearing you say, "Oh, I've never heard it phrased like that," and I was saying about how I've got too many things on my to-do list to do before I do anything stupid. And so,
oh yes,
right now my why is to create my legacy for my kids.
Yep.
And, you know, that's to put, we've got a roof over our head, but to put a better roof over our head, or at least finish off the roof that we currently are under. So like right now, I do feel like I have massive purpose. And I definitely am searching for the why that comes after that. And I think off the back of like our conversation a few weeks ago, it's wanting to, like, in the simplest of terms, it's wanting to help people, but it's almost to some extent, within the word people, there's certain people who it's like almost wanting to batter them over the head with this thing, with like what people like us are going through. I don't mean it in like being all like preachery and stuff like that, but I mean just like in the simplest of way possible. If you allow me to blow my own trumpet for a second. I thought that what I was able to do really well a couple of weeks ago was articulate stuff that is universal about a lot of the struggles that we all have as survivors, but also people with mental health issues.
Yes.
And it's not about I've had a couple of people since that, a couple of friends that I've chosen to share my story with, sometimes come at me with a bit of an air of like almost like, well, what makes your story so special? And maybe this is the answer to what the why is and what my why is, but it's like, it's not that my story's special, it's that I'm good at telling it, so let me tell it.
You have a brilliant you have a brilliant turn of phrase. You have a great skill. I'm sure you have many great skills, but the one I'm constantly seem to be picking up on, Christopher, is you can boil down what could be a very long, involved paragraph into a sentence. You can sum things up in a sentence that covers all of the points.
It takes me ages to get to it, though, doesn't it?
Doesn't matter. So, well, yeah, okay. Maybe shave a bit off the beginning, but it doesn't matter. You're right. It is. And also, I would argue that all of our stories are special, whether it involves sexual abuse, fame, drugs, or running a shop, or being a postman. All of our stories are special, and all of our stories are unique. But yeah, you do tell your incredibly involved story brilliantly, and it's important that story is heard.
Also, first of all, I'm surprised at your friend's reaction, but but also,
well, I think some of that, Kath, is I'm not putting words in their mouths, but the reaction has been interesting.
Yeah.
Because what I chose to do, and we talked about this a bit via email, was as soon as you guys made that really kind offer to me of like, can we put the story out, and I was happy for you to do so, and I started listening back to it, and the great comments that people were leaving on the chat and stuff during it, and honestly as well, seeing there was another level completely to watching it and seeing you guys react and seeing you listen and feeling like I was being listened to for possibly the first time ever by people who kind of got it, like where I didn't sometimes I feel like it's not that I have to justify it, but for example, my wife, she's just got no context, and it was such a shock to the system, and she's great, of course she is, and so are all my friends that I've told about, like my trusted circle, but a lot of it, their only comeback is always ever just like, I've got no idea what you're going through, and it's like, no, how could you possibly? And so I just felt, it was why I always knew, it was why I was always so keen to want to give you guys a call.
Yeah.
I think, but basically, once you guys, created the pod, I've decided to use it, and I don't know if this, it felt like a bit of a coming out party, if I'm honest. It felt like a bit of a, okay, this might be what it would be like to, come out as gay or something like that. Because I just shared it with people in a not in a, obviously from my perspective, it was like, here, please listen to this hour and 15 minutes, because it'll save me having to go through it all with you.
Yeah.
And to some people, and it was a collection. I sent it to people who knew part of my story. I sent it to people who knew none of it. I sent it to people who had a bit of an idea, but didn't necessarily know the specifics of why I am the way I am. And, obviously I've cold cocked some people with it. And honestly, say I sent it to 30, 40 people, the responses in general have been overwhelmingly positive and thanks for sharing and stuff like that. It's just the odd one that's a bit, just a bit like, oh, that's a bit of a funny reaction.
Yeah, but that's on them.
Silence is a fun.
That's on them, isn't it? And you don't know what they're carrying around. But I find it really interesting that you felt like it was sort of a coming out, because what it looks to me like you were doing was handing that shame back. Not mine. This is what happened.
I know.
I survived it.
Yeah. Well, as I say, it was, and it was like the two worlds colliding in a way. But we had that conversation on the Friday, and then I was in therapy on the Sunday and referenced the point where, Iain, you were talking about how, you can give that shame back to him. And then my therapist just said, well, yeah, we were debating the merits of it, back and forth kind of thing, as we've done many times over the last year or so. And she was just like, well, in order to give it back, that suggests that you've got to have some in the first place. So are you ashamed of it? And it was almost as if I'd forgotten to ask myself that question over the last year, and I was suddenly just like, "Oh my God, no, I'm not." Like I was sat there with her, talking the way I've talked about it, the way I've felt about. Not that I would do this. It's not like I'm going to like walk the streets with a T-shirt on and say, "Hey, talk to me, I'm a survivor." But it's the sort of thing that if it came up in conversation, or if depression has come up in conversation, I am now one of those people who's happy to go like, "Yeah, no, I've got it," like, and be there to talk about it if they want to follow it up. And if they don't, it's no big deal. It's not a problem. And what I mean by all of that anyway is that it was just something that thing where I was like, yeah, I'm not bothered. Who knows? Once I told my wife, and she, once she knew, it didn't matter who else knew.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's the most important. It's your best mate and your partner and your lover and your ally and yeah, that's it. It's, and you're right. I can see the similarities were coming out when I came out as bi. I told there were a couple of people who I had to tell, and was expecting to be disgusted or horrified, and they just went, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry you had to live with that." And that was it. And then after that, I didn't care what anyone else felt. It was those people that were integral, and anyone else, it doesn't matter. And Catherine raises an interesting point. The people that you've told that reacted in a way that was different to what you expected, you don't know what they've gone through.
Absolutely.
And maybe they've remembered something, or maybe they are fully aware that they are sitting on something that has happened to them that may unfortunately be similar to what you went through. And
or maybe it's something that they are trying to survive, diminish in their mind. It wasn't that important. It probably happened to loads of people. It doesn't matter. It was probably nothing. It's not as bad as what happened to, ex-famous cases, That thing that you do as a kid to get through it, because accepting that it was something awful and that people let you down would open up a whole new list of things that you had to do about it,
Yeah. I think one of the first lessons that I had to teach myself, and I'm teaching myself it every day, is as you both said, like, other people's reactions to whatever you do to them is as much, if not more, about them than it is about you. Like one of my best mates, we've just in the last week or two not really communicated as much as we had been doing. We've been talking to each other a lot, mostly via WhatsApp and stuff like that. And I noticed also his answers were getting shorter. Like an itch I couldn't not scratch. I had to call him today, and I was just like, "Are you all right, man?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm fine," and because absolutely nothing was wrong. And then I was like, "Are we okay?" And he was like, "Yeah, 100%." And it's just like a clear the air moment.
Yeah.
But the compulsion I felt to do that, because the last 24 hours I've just been thinking, he's mad at me. I don't know what, or something's gone wrong at the house or something like that. And it's just getting out of your own head, isn't it?
Well, and also you spent all these years holding things to yourself because you didn't want other people to suffer because of what had happened to you.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So that's an extension of that, isn't it?
I've opened this thing now of like, I'm just like Mr. Share forevermore.
Well, yeah, but that's right. But also worrying what other people are thinking, because is I think is a human thing. And it gets amplified and echoes around in our head. You're having a chat with someone on WhatsApp and then they don't reply. You think, oh shit, oh God, what did I say? It just turns out they got a phone call, or they fell asleep, or they went and had a shit, or the very rarely is it because what you're imagining is happening on the other end of the phone. Very rarely is that the case. His life's going on, or maybe they're WhatsApping you, but they got their kids with you and they can only go, oh, I'll do this later on. Yeah, what do you want? But well done for asking. Yeah. Well done for asking, because otherwise that grows and grows and grows.
It's that discomfort over resentment thing that you practice as much as you can.
Yes.
Ask the question rather than sitting on it. Yeah.
Like horn thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I've always done, like, to be honest, me and my brother over the years have discussed this at length, where he was always the sort of person that if we were having an argument I would want to say we were like, needling each other, and really there was a bigger thing behind, there was a subtext to it all, which was that one of us was really irked with the other one. I would be like, look, let's just have it all out and let's just clear the air. Let's have the next half an hour be as awkward as anything else, but then it's done. Whereas he would just want to put the first thing to bed and be like, no, just forget about it. And the thing is, we're all entitled to act however way we want to. So I'm not saying any of this is like judging him for it, but I just always sort of thought that like bigger picture, like have the awkward conversation now, grab the bull by the horns, grasp the nettle, whatever it is, because afterwards you'll be stronger, you'll be better for it. I was half sweat. I was getting nervous, thinking, "Oh my God, I'm going to phone my mate right now and just ask him if he's okay and then if we're okay." How pathetic and like a wally is that going to sound? But thank God I did it, because 15 minutes later we got off the phone, we had a laugh. He told me some bits and bobs, and so would I, and we're fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm just putting the link to the podcast in the chat, because there are some people going, "Oh, I remember this guy," and some people going, "I missed this first time around." So there's the link to the Christopher's first call. Mucky is soaking wet, by the way.
I know.
She's jumped on us, but it's nice for her to come home. She didn't come home last night. Mucky didn't come home last night, and she's a very, very naughty girl. Christopher, nice. Listen, well done, man. Thank you for... Stop pissing around. The cat, not you. You can piss around as much as you want. I don't care. Don't care what you do. I do, be responsible. But it's... I'm soaking wet now. It's nice to talk to you, man. Thanks for calling.
No, it's all right, man. I always wanted to, like, I'll jump in every now and again, like, obviously. And unfortunately, I didn't really have anything much to update or talk about, really.
You did. I thought it was great to hear from you. Thanks for ringing.
That's good, man. This is the
right.
thing.
I've got my the two people who investigated my case are sort of coming to see me next week for a bit of a debrief. They sort of asked me if I wanted them to do that.
Yeah.
And so I'm sort of looking forward to kind of not turning the tables on them, but I've got a list of questions. I've got a list of things that I think people in my shoes would like to have answered, really. So I might let you guys know how that goes. But
obviously without breaking any confidences, let us know, and try and make make sure that you say what you want to say and ask what you want to ask. You don't leave and go, "Oh shit, I didn't ask that." You know what you're doing, but that's fair play to them for putting that situation forward. I know they kind of dropped the ball a bit, and it's not gone the way that perhaps it should have done, but
I think it's there. That's one of those where it's like, as individual investigators, if they could have, they would take it forward, I imagine.
Yeah.
It was, as they've told me anyway, it was like powers beyond their control. And so it's just like, and to be honest, a lot of it's just little throwaway stuff from my end, where I'm thinking things like, I know you said, and in fact, it's a rhetorical question that I asked you guys when I called, but that thing of like, I know you always said you believed me, but let's be honest, what difference would it have made if you hadn't believed me to where we ended up? And just little things like that, just so I know where I stand with it all, really, and can kind of make peace with that bit and then move on to whatever comes next.
Christopher, we've been asked a question in the chat, and if this is too much, then just say, but Mulligan says, but do you have anything under your bed? And that is the phone in tonight. Is there anything under your bed or in your bedside table?
I mean, there's just so much stuff. It's not even funny. There's an electric heater under my bed. Wow. There's one of those. There's a table. Have you got one of the tables for like when you're in bed and you want your laptop on you? It's got little legs underneath it. I've got one of them.
Whoa, this guy! I didn't realise you were talking to a king.
Like a lady in the 50s when she gets her breakfast in bed.
Yeah. And it's got a little bell next to it, and when I ring it, the dog brings in some grapes and.
Christopher, nice to talk to you, man. Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye, Christopher.
Let us play.
He's incredibly clear-headed. I mean, it's all very fresh. God.
We've had phone calls and stuff. Andy, this is all... Andy...
I hope Paul that we were speaking to earlier has been watching tonight, because it's been quite something. That thing that we said that we wanted the show to turn into. This.
What about sponsors? Oh, excuse me. Iki says, I love listening to Catherine's advice. So good at rationalising things. She's a dick. She's a dick.
I am a bit, but at least I accept that. And accepting that is half the way to knowing yourself.
Okay, so we're going to move on to another thing. But you can call in about anything. And all of these are still going. So Andy's was Cash in the Attic. Let's see which fans have the best load of junk in their trunk. And so we're asking what is one bit of junk from your garage, your loft, the boot of your car, your bedside table, under your bed. Okay, so we're doing that. Donna says, this is for the men, I guess. If clothes were genderless in society, would you still wear pants?
Oh.
I think she means trousers. I like saying pants instead of trousers.
Up north
now.
we say pants.
Yeah. Or switch to dresses. Oh, I'd be in dresses.
Would you?
Yeah. Yeah, I've worn a kilt a few times, and it's it's amazing.
There's nothing like it on it.
The air on your bollocks is just
exactly how I feel. Yeah.
It's just I would wear dresses. I love it.
Yeah.
But not.
There's a time and a place for dresses. Sometimes you do want a pair of trousers.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. It wouldn't be all the time. But also, I wouldn't. It would have to be genderless because I wouldn't want to do it to make a point of. I'm making a point of women wearing what are perceived by the patriarchy as women's clothes. If it was just I'd be well up for that.
Next time you go to Morocco, go somewhere posher and swan about in a caftan.
I won't be going to Morocco.
Well,
it's
I know.
shit. It's the shittest place I've ever been to in my life. Sorry to any Moroccans that are watching.
My gran wanted to be in the land army, and the reason she wasn't allowed to by her mother?
Because she was Moroccan.
No, because they wore trousers.
Okay. Yeah.
Mum didn't like it. Nice girls didn't wear trousers.
Could girls wear trousers at school now?
Yeah, mostly.
Because that was a big thing. That was like
when
the
we were
Grange
kids,
Hill era. Was there a big thing? Can girls wear trousers? And I think they changed it in my school, so they could during winter months.
I don't think I ever wore trousers for school.
It's weird that's
my
a
first
thing.
School. We had regulation knickers.
I've still got the big sellotape. Yes, I've still got the big sellotape. Okay, yeah.
Navy blue knickers.
Yeah.
And yes, they did see them when we did handstands. I mean, this was like a primary school, navy blue knickers. But I suppose I don't know what that's all about.
0203 286 6370. You can Skype TLNA. So now we got 2. Oh, we got 3 because we got the 5 fictional characters you'd have on your team to pull off the perfect bank heist. But I don't.
Oh God.
Oh, he's a prick. He's doing it because he's being a prick.
But look, there is an excellent Twitter feed.
Oh, what's the Twitter feed where it's people ripping up stuff?
Rip Talk, is it? Or Talk Rip?
Talk Rippers, I think.
Yes! I wonder if you got hold of that.
Get rid of the S. Talk Ripper. There we go.
Talk Radio Rippers. That's at Talk Rippers.
But he needs to have Mark Dolan cutting up cutting up a chocolate bar? I don't know if that counts. I hate that place.
Take the scissors away. Take the scissors away.
I hate that place. I hate that guy. I hate the dark energy that talk radio sends out.
Have they been on some sort of viral videos course though? Because it does seem to be one.
Steve Bannon. It's the Steve Bannon
trick.
School of bullshit. I hate that place. We listened to a bit of a show there the other night.
And it was stirring. And it was stirring a story that was from a few days previously that obviously the host had held on to because he thought, this will get him. Yeah, it will. But the them you're referring to, we've heard from loads and you know exactly what they're going to say. What's the point in doing it again? Don't care. It's just getting the phone ringing.
I hate that place. I wish I'd had the guts to do... I'm not really that bothered because it worked out the way it worked out. But I was slightly envious of Jamie East quitting because, as you know, I was talking for a long time about quitting and we naively perhaps thought that we could make a change from within and it ended up the way it ended up. But I did lose my why as a result.
Yeah.
I don't know if I had a why when I was there. I had a why for the first couple of years.
Yeah, but then...
Yeah, Dolan cut up chocolate. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, but yeah, I think we did lose our purpose when we realised that we weren't building something, that they weren't interested in what we were building. And it was kind of pointless because when we went in there, we were so proud that we were bringing something that we, really cared about and we felt proud of.
David Turners is doing a joke, I think.
I don't get it.
It's a chocolate affair. Does he mean chocolate eclair?
Oh.
Let me phone him up and find out because... let me phone him up and give him a quick call don't think he's got my new number. So here we go. Let's just. So.
Yeah.
Let's phone him up and see what's what.
You're right. Lol 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0 5. My favourite of that family. Listen to Daryl Morris on Radio Manchester. Really enjoyed it. He's
Hello,
good.
David.
Oh, what's up, Slip?
Yeah, you did a joke in the chat and none of us get it. You've typed it's a chocolate.
It's a chocolate affair.
Chocolate affair.
Is it meant to be chocolate eclair?
No, it's a quote from that minty biscuit call that everyone loves. Remember?
Oh.
Remember?
I don't
remember that.
Who says it's a chocolate affair in that?
Barry from Watford.
Okay.
Because it's a chocolate affair. It's a lovely one. I've heard it about 1 million times.
Okay, it's doing the rounds again. Could you ask people, David, to stop circulating that, please?
My dad contacted me about that the other day.
You know Robert Downey Jr. likes it.
Yeah, but didn't he say something nasty about?
Hang on a minute. See if I can make this. See if I can make him my face. Here we go.
Look at this idiot.
Hello everyone, welcome to Twitch. Like, subscribe. Oh no, I can't do the hands, can I?
I'm the hands. I'm the hands.
Oh.
Is that better?
My God.
What a prick. What a prick. Goodbye. Goodbye. What a horrible.
He's real, isn't he?
He's a real human being.
He's a real life person.
Real.
Has he got children? Is he responsible for humans?
Unfortunately, yes.
Wow.
Imagine being a lady and letting
Yeah.
that put that in that.
But also,
like that.
he's contributed to the gene pool, so
Oh,
it's all out
God.
there. It's all out there.
0203 28. Ban this guy. I'm very tempted. 0203 286 6370. Your wife is literally watching. Well,
she's just realised her mistake.
Why? There we go.
Could have saved her so much
You
trouble.
should have let Kath put her hand between your vagina and his penis.
Ooh, well, take me for a drink first. Big one.
0203 286 0203 286 6370 is that.
His wife knows. Believe me, she knows.
I like his wife. Okay, so we've got would you wear dresses, junk.
What would be your favourite dress if you were at a dress collection? Would you want like a Diana Ross type?
Oh no, I'd want like a long, like David Bowie on the cover of that album.
Oh yeah,
like a long one down to my ankles.
Okay.
I'm not a tart, but if I chose to dress,
Are you calling Miss Ross a tart?
If I chose to dress in a short dress, it wouldn't make me a tart.
Depends if I could see your.
I've worn women's clothes in the bedroom.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and on that occasion, it doesn't matter if you see your whatnots.
There's nothing wrong. There's something very sexy about swapping underwear. Maybe not women wearing, pants. That's not so sexy. That's not so sexy.
Well, delightful image.
Adrian's phoning is game show ideas. I have an awesome idea. Okay, but you don't.
If only there was a way of communicating that.
It doesn't tell us what it is. Amy says pick and mix. Now, I was surprised that pick and mix. Alan Caddick called up Whale during the changeover last night and said, these are names that mean that are dead to me. I'm surprised. We were at the cinema the other day, and pick and mix was still going, and we were in a shop as well, and they had pick and mix. I can't believe that pick and mix. That surely is if once in 10 years' time when there's an inquiry into all of this, surely it'll be traced back to the pick and mix in Wuhan, not a guy doing it with a bat. It'll be the pick and mix in Woolworths. They've still got them in Wuhan. That's where, because no one uses the scoop, right? Everyone puts their hands in.
Do they?
Everyone puts their hands in. No one uses the scoop, right? And that is where the COVIDs started.
Even during the plague, the original plague, the oldie worldy plague that killed loads and loads of people, they knew.
I was into the plague before it got popular. I had their first album on cassette.
They knew that it was possibly transmitted on the money, so they used to have like bowls of vinegar to put your money in. They knew that then, and yet we're still letting kids putting their hands in the jelly worms. What the hell are we playing at?
Gilsey says, I wore my mum's swimming costume. I cut out the boob bits. Great wrestler outfit.
Why don't you just put it on backwards? Didn't it have a drop back?
Here we go. Renegades. I can help you with this. It's no hard dilemma. This is a solvable problem. It's a hard dilemma. A number of us listen to in the evening to help us drop off to sleep as a friendly voice in a lonely world. Suckers. Having too many visual aspects, such as that last one with the phone photo, means we have to decide whether to turn on the device screen and maybe sleep less or do something else. Please think of us a little who don't want to have to use the screen. Loving the show. No.
You don't have to use the screen.
If you're, I don't know if this works on like laptops. No, it would work on tablets. I don't know about laptops.
Let me see.
But if you're doing this on your phone, it'll be pointless on it. But if you're doing this on your phone, you can turn the picture off and it can just be audio only. There's a setting, so you can just do audio only. And that is what I used to do, is set it to that. So I would turn off the picture, but we would also do visual stuff on the radio show as well in a slightly different way. I mean, I guess it would be more descriptive. Oh, can we ban Zen Velocity, please? Read Zen Velocity's message. It's here, Catherine. And then ban. Come on. Ban.
Oh, Zen.
Zen. You
Listen.
That's got you a ban, mate.
Listen.
It's got you a ban.
This is not flipping...
Our first rodeo.
We made half those names up, mate, so don't try that crap.
Elton says, I use the scoop, but you only get 3 chocolate buttons on it, the rest fall off. Everyone uses their hands, right? Or if you're getting like the worms, you put the scoop in and then you've got to use your hand to kind of, so...
escort them out.
Here's the thing. You want to get serious about COVID. Forget closing the pubs at 10. Forget Scotland, which is closed again. They've closed Scotland. Get rid of the pick and mix, guys. Get rid of the pick and mix.
Or give everyone rubber gloves.
Desi, does that help? Does that help? Does that help? Thanks, guys. Tempting to turn the screen on.
Oh, well, that's on you, mate.
We're just a couple of sexy guys and gals. I know what you mean. And this is part of the issue that I don't think we'll ever find a resolution to is it isn't radio, and we don't quite know what it is. Catherine and myself, I'm referring to. We don't quite know what it is. David, could you stop talking about pick and mix like this is the bloody Tommy Boyd show or something?
We've hit his specialist subject, haven't we? Old sweets.
Old sweets.
Coming up, white dog poo.
It isn't a radio show, and the visual element is a huge part of it, and so we do incorporate that. We are going to do an hour. We're going to do it tonight, weren't we? We'll do it next week. We're going to do an hour with no picture. No picture.
Imagination hour.
Yeah, and we're going to try and do it like a radio show. It could be an absolute disaster, but we're going to try and do that. It isn't a radio show, and I guess that's the thing. If you're looking for a radio show, this isn't it. No. I'm not having a go, by the way. This is helping me kind of get my head around it.
You could listen to a podcast instead.
You could, but the podcast is 45 minutes. Occasionally, but let's put out a full show tomorrow. Do you want to put out a full show as a little bonus?
I can.
Yeah, just put a little. Every now and then we put a full show out as a little bonus.
I'll do it on Friday.
Okay.
I've already got a show going out at 2.
Did you ever do that show in the end on LBC without any presenters, just callers? Yes, we did. We talked about that the other week.
And we did it again at Talk Radio.
Maybe no picture and no sound. Oh, okay. Or maybe no Reich Elliott in the chat. That's another possibility. That's another possibility.
Sad times. That's for Dave Dogface. And that's sad because people who were just listening won't be able to see what I just did.
That's not really Barry from Watford, so change your name or get out of here. Captain Sexy says there is more of a comfort element when you can see the people too, I feel. It is different from radio. And the thing is, Captain, we come from radio. Obviously, we've both done a little bit of TV, but we come from radio.
And the people that have followed us from radio are kind of getting used to the subtle difference.
Yeah.
So people really like it. We were talking to Paul the other day and he said that he likes being able to see our eyes.
Yeah, Paul's weird.
He's kind of...
his thing counts for anything. Really, it just makes me uncomfortable, that guy. I want to ban him. Head torches only. We're doing... Morph, done Twitter topics yet. Well, if only you've been listening for the last 2 hour and 44 minutes, and we started early.
Here's a topic. Times you've completely missed the bit that you just asked a question about.
Can I ask why you and JVS fell out, please? Yes, you may. I called him out. There was a story about some travellers who'd rocked up in a car park just at the back of the station. And there were a lot of phone-ins about gypsies. And I found it offensive, a lot of these phone-ins about gypsies being subhuman. Actually, that's not what he didn't say that. I'm putting words. I have to be careful what I say. He didn't say that, but a lot of callers would suggest something similar. And I like JVS a lot, but I really hated his gypsy phone-ins. I thought they came from a place of a lack of knowledge, and I thought they were just stirring the pot. But compared to talk radio, it's nothing. But that's kind of the seed of that. And this travelling community had rocked up in this car park, and they were doing a phone-in, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Him and his producer were doing a phone-in about how it was disgusting that they were blocking their car park, and that was the vibe, wasn't it? And that they should be moved on, and why aren't the police doing anything? And I said, during the talk-up when he came into the studio, it's like the second day he'd done it, I said, have you gone and knocked on their door? What? Have you gone and knocked on their door and asked them what they're doing and how long they're planning on staying? Well, no. And he got very, very upset that I would suggest that. And I said, I'll go and knock on the door if you want. I just think that they're 150 yards away, and you're doing quite... for want of a better phrase, a shit-stirring phone-in. Why don't you go and ask them? They're not going to kill you. They're not going to kill you. They might tell you to F off. They might ask you in for a cup of tea. But they're not going to assault you. So why don't you go and do it? And he took great offence at that. I think
he didn't like being put on the spot like that, did he?
No, and because it was done when he was coming in to kind of set up his show. And we never really spoke after that. I have a lot of respect for him. I think he's great when he's not doing the dog whistle stuff. I don't mean literally dog whistles. I like it when he talks about dogs. But we fell out. We fell out over that. Is the thing. But that was Jesus. That was 5.5 years ago. November the 13th is 5 years since I left there. So I have no qualms with him whatsoever. We've communicated on Twitter a few times since.
I was going to say he always wishes you well.
Yeah. So please don't take from this that this is some ongoing beef, some built-up thing. It was 5.5 years ago, man. I'm cool. We missed this phone call. Let me just do a little bit of business just to make sure that we're there. Oh, it's a good show tonight. I feel like we're clearing out a lot of the trash.
Yeah.
I smell smoky.
Oh.
Abroad.
Hello.
Hello, this is Iain and Catherine. You're on the Late Night Alternative. To whom do we speak, please?
Speaking to Noel Taylor. Hello, Catherine and Iain. Great show. I can't believe how great it is now.
The implication being that we were rubbish before. Here's where we need to.
No.
Here's where we need to go. Noel, I would happily encourage you and invite you to be part of this fun show that we're doing.
Yeah.
But you
Oh,
need to accept and acknowledge that you said some very hurtful things to Catherine and myself that you refuse to accept and acknowledge you said.
I didn't tell you to F off. I flatly refused to...
well, then this conversation is over because it happened. You may have been in a state of delusion, you may have been high, you may have been unwell, I don't know. But it happened. And the fact that you refuse to even accept it as a possibility is really unhelpful. So I'm afraid we're going to have to end this conversation.
Okay, it's libelous anyway. What you've
No,
said,
first
and,
defence. The first defence is that it's true, and it's demonstrably true.
It's true.
It's not true at all. No.
It's true.
I'm sorry, but it's not true.
Okay, well, we're going to ask you not to call us again now. Thank you.
Right.
We really are clearing out a lot of the trash. This is incredible. This is a call that happened at another radio station. Big boy doesn't stink. No, doesn't stink.
He really doesn't.
No,
it's
he's,
quite
'cause
amazing.
he's not been out and about, and let's have a little look. No sign. So he sometimes sits up on that sofa, but I don't think he's there.
No.
He's been a bit jumpy today, poor little thing. Roger, that went as well as I expected. That was something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm loving this. I'm not loving, the fact that someone put the phone down feeling worse than when they picked the phone up. But I'm loving the fact that we are setting our boundaries and we're sticking to them and we're clearing out the trash.
Also, it's almost a carbon copy of the last time he called, so we knew surely what was going to happen.
Yeah. Hicks, you like Noel? We'll give him your phone number. Yeah? How about that? Yeah? Is it time to slag off the sponsors yet? Yes, it is. Well remembered. Thank you, Mark.
Good
I appreciate that a lot. Fizz, it's not as good as it used to be, but it's worth 3 issues, £4 and pound.
That's a whole lot of filth for £1.
It's funny, man. I honestly, when lockdown started, I was feeling miserable. I thought, I'm going to do something for myself. So I'm going to treat myself.
Because what we realised was we were not having any little bits of joy or just treating yourself. So that's what you decided to do, didn't you?
I rubbed my eye so hard I poked myself in it. Viz, the fat slags are in it. Sid the Sexist is in it. The letters page has always been the funniest thing to me. I remember the first issue of Viz I read. I drove past where I read my first ever issue of Viz. It was when we were in a school, this William Herschel Grammar School, and then it moved for a year to Orchard because they had to do some works. And outside the bike sheds, where I once cut my finger really badly, doing Watu Watu, which is a show about a bird, Wayne Shaler brought in a free copy of Viz that came with a Spectrum magazine.
Oh.
And I was like 13 or 14. This would have been, if I was 13, 86. No, I would have been 15. Would have been 88, because that was the year we moved to that site. And it was honestly, we're in hysterics. We'd never seen it before. And we were in hysterics.
But there's nothing like it, is there?
Didn't think anything could be that funny. Now, it's not as good as it used to be.
No.
But the number of times I phoned up Catherine in tears.
Not even a hello, it's me. Straight into, dear letters page.
Oh, please print a picture of that bloke kissing that bird's arse, but whilst wearing a mask.
That one about pineapple.
Oh, God. It's so good. The link is, if I just type in this, the link pops up in the chat. And if you do it, it's a special page they've created for us. It's 3 issues for £1. It's funny, man. It's very, very funny. It's a physical publication, which is great, which means I can get it and I can then lend it to people. But I don't, obviously. Everyone should buy their own. I think it was Crash, but I couldn't tell you for sure, Gatford, which Specky mag it came in. Getting divorced. It came free with your Sinclair, was it? Thank you. Getting divorced ain't easy unless you're with GELaw.co.uk. Hi, I'm Iain Lee. I got divorced and it wasn't easy because I wasn't with GELaw.co.uk. I wish I'd gone with those guys because as well as making it smooth for you and your ex-partner and your kids, Richard will also tug you off.
Oh.
Getting divorced ain't easy unless you're with GELaw.co.uk. It's a new slogan.
Well, I think maybe we should have run it past him when we spoke to him on the Zoom meeting this morning, but I'm sure he'd be cool about it. He said whatever we did was fine.
I am too old to Twitch says... Oh, no, sorry. Dan says, Viz once had a pic of a dog botherer and blacked out the face of the dog to protect its identity. That's what you're dealing with there. Not this... Like this, do you mean, Dan? Like this?
Except we keep naming him.
We will not name... We will not name that dog. Poseidon Safety Management, Devon and Cornwall, run by a guy called Nick, who was a little bit lost at school as a young man, didn't quite know what he wanted to do. I don't want to say troublemaker, but I bet there was a little bit. I bet there was some foul language.
I
bet he said swears in class.
He says he wasn't an academic and he didn't really find his, he didn't find his why there, did he?
He did not find his why. But he's found his why now. It's improving his local community. The 2 counties of Devon and Cornwall is quite a big community. But his why is to make his local environment better.
Yeah.
How amazing is that? And he does it with Poseidon Safety Management. They've got manned guarding. They've got guard dogs. They've got god dogs. They're getting god dogs. They're getting god dogs. I shouldn't really say that because we don't know for sure.
At the moment, they've mostly got devil dogs.
Exactly. And mobile patrols. And they really help the community. No one clipped this for me. Someone sent me a clip, but it wasn't a clip that worked. Oh, how am I advertising Poseidon Safety Management when Alistair did it perfectly?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Phil.
And he held back the tears. We were watching a film yesterday,
Yesterday.
that said a good actor isn't, it's all crying. Good actor is the one who holds back the tears.
I think he was genuinely upset at that. I thought he was genuinely upset. As
When?
opposed to acting. Alistair.
Well, I don't know.
What a performer. What a guy.
But it all added to the strength of the message. Man.
Anyway, Poseidon Safety Management. You know the score. Hey, 34sp.com. Let's go and have a little look-see at their website, like what we said we would do. Talk to me about these guys while I type it in.
Well, if you're thinking about setting up your own website, and a lot of people have got little side hustles at the moment that may have to turn into your main hustle, and maybe actually you'd be better off turning it into your main hustle. 34sp.com are brilliant, right? They're offering 3 months free at the moment to people that are watching this with the code TLNA.
That stands for the Late Night Alternative. And I only worked that out yesterday when I was having a shit.
Oh!
Yeah.
It's when the best ideas apparently arrive. Something to do with your sphincter. Anyway, your sphincter, everyone's sphincter.
Don't talk about sphincters when we're looking at 34sp.com's
Sphincter. Well, 34sp.com, they are web hosters with a heart. So they treat their staff well. They sent them home well before the government obliged them to, and they're staying away for the whole year. No pressure is being put on them to go back to their offices, which are based in Manchester, by the way. They are also brilliant with their customers. So if you're the sort of person who wants to set up a website but you don't know where to begin, they'll walk you through it. If you already know what you're doing but you might want the odd kind of geek chat about it, again, these are you guys. That's 34sp.com, and don't forget to use the code TLNA 3 months for free. If you decide at the end of it it's not for you, no ties, you can walk away. But we're pretty sure that you'll be impressed.
Possible help and support 365 days a year. I don't know what these things mean. SMTP, failed to ban, Weebly. I shouldn't have looked at that one because I don't know what Weebly is. Where are the... where's the list of the charities? Because they have like something like 600... There we go, let's have a little...
Hi, I'm Andrew Shanahan and I started Man v Fat and...
Football late at night. That looks too cold, guys. This looks like a great website. Looks like a great guy. That looks too cold. That looks like... That ground looks frosty. No.
Man v Fat football began in 2016. We were looking for ways to engage men in their weight loss and found it really difficult to... out there really
in what we were doing. We were on the One Show twice. We've been on Channel 5's magazine programme called The Saturday Show.
I've been on that. I've been on both those shows. I've been in The Guardian.
Covered it. You know, it's grown significantly and very, very quickly. One of the downsides, if you like, of having a lot of media attention is that suddenly you get these...
Anyway, he's used their website. Where's the list of...
Oh, that's another thing they do. They host registered charities for free.
Yeah, but where, you sent us a... Hang on, products... Follow. He sent us the link. Could you look in the emails?
Yeah, I was looking at that earlier on.
Sustainability. I don't really know how internet sites work, if I'm completely honest with you. Anyway... Something there about someone I don't understand who they are. Anyway, look, here are all the customer stories. There's Andrew from Man vs. Fat, Sarah from Me and Orla, Dr. Eamon O'Neill, Jason Wagner, Alan Gilmore. All these people have set up websites and they are working with 34SP and they are absolutely thrilled and they are absolutely loving it. It's a great company. Use the code TLNA. It is just you. We are not blurry. We are in super sharp focus. We haven't. Did we? Oh, we had swap sides then. Look. I see. I knew there was something wrong. Look.
Oh, something very wrong.
And I forgot about that. Can't be bothered to.
Don't matter.
And Weebly's a request response model, mate. Thank you, Boyle. TLNA hasn't got a website, although someone was setting up a website for us. Did you see that? Where did...
Yes, I saw that.
Oh, what's a... Oh, I'm doing a... I'm doing a panel about this BBC book. Right, was it... You check that email address. I'll check the Iain Lee. If you saw it, then it was that email address, wasn't it?
Yes, and it was...
Oh, here we go. Someone's found it. Thank you, Gastronomic. Let's just go and have a quick look, because this is, I think, is great. It shows what we're called. Charity hosting. For most charities, every penny is crucial. £1 not spent on an expense like web hosting means £1 can be spent on the charity. So here we go. This is all the charities. These are all the charities they're giving free web hosting to. Registered UK charities. I mean, come on, guys. That's ridiculous, isn't it? All of those free web hosting as
Is it that?
Direct result. So that is brilliant. So that's 34sp.com. That is why you must support them.
It's such a cool company. So if you were even thinking about doing a website, they're going to make it so easy for you.
So there's a tier. Oh no, that's Scott's. I don't know what Scott's using there. Scott's doing that for the merch. That's not us. But go on. What was it?
Was it that?
Well, no. Someone had actually set up a website.
Oh no, I don't know about that.
Oh Jesus Christ! Well, then why, when I mentioned it, did you say I know about that?
No, I saw something like that. I said.
Well, you haven't. But you haven't shown me anything like that. Have you? What have you seen that's like that? Not that email.
Someone offering to sort you out with a proper email address.
Sort you out with a proper email address.
My email address is fine.
So is mine.
They're disparaging your email address, basically.
I disparage...
I don't know why you're getting touchy with me about it.
Twitch article for a website. That's Lance did that. He wrote a nice article about us. Thank you, Lance. Who was it? Hang on. Someone had made a website. I'm sure they had.
I think you dreamt it.
Hey, Brandon British Dude, lovely to see you. Someone, I didn't dream it. It happened.
Prove it.
I'll find it. Website. Website, more like. TLNA. No. Boom. There we go. I wanted to offer to build a website, an e-commerce solution for free for you. Anything you like. In return, I will get to add it to my portfolio, so it's a win for me too. I'm currently building my site. So if in the future it's something you're interested in, give me a shout. Then he sent his site, but then says his site is currently under construction. As a side note, I can embed Twitch and other services. This is from Ben. Also, sorry, I forgot to add, I can add a membership site for you if you wanted. It can hold podcast videos, anything really. Okay, but so let's have a look at his website, and that is still down. Ben, when your website is up and we've had a look, then maybe we can chat. All the best, Catherine.
Oh, no. Why would you do that?
Because we both get those emails.
Why am I giving him a sick burn?
It's not a sick burn. You said...
That's me disparaging his work.
He hasn't done any work. His website
That's you saying that. I'm not saying... He's probably working very, very hard indeed.
His website isn't up.
It's all him.
His website isn't up.
I didn't even know.
His website isn't up.
I didn't even know that. It's him saying you're not doing any work.
His website isn't up.
Ben, you know what he's like. I would never send you that kind of email.
This is. Remember that show when we told Noel Taylor not to call in? Not tonight. The one a few weeks ago. Okay. 0203 286. Sorry.
Hi Ian, it's Nigel. Can I come on the show later? Give us a call back if you can get me on the show. Okay, bye Ian.
I've told you, I've said what my why is. I've got my why. What would you say your why is at the moment?
Trying to make life a little bit fun for my kids.
That's good. That's a good one.
That's what I'm trying to do. And not leaking my worries on them.
That's a good one. Honestly, man, I finished this today. this is some book. I read this, right? And it takes a little bit of getting your head around. So, the emphasis on responsibleness is reflected. All right, okay, that bit's around. Listen to this. So he says the basic theory, but one of the basic tenets behind his style of psychotherapy is live as if you were living already for the second time, and as if you had acted the first time as wrongly as you are about to act now. I read that and I had to put the book down and go, and like this, I went, I had to read it again. Live as if you were living already for the second time, and as if you had acted the first time as wrongly as you're about to act now. So you know that you're about to make a mistake now because this is the second time and the first time you screwed up. So what can I do to avoid this mistake? I won't have that drink. I won't eat that burger. I won't pick up the phone and argue. I won't send an angry text. I won't send that email. I'll go out for a walk instead. You know, it's that.
Yeah. Is that how people act when they're really religious and observant? Is that how they act?
Possibly.
They second guess everything.
Possibly.
Think about moral approval.
He carries on. It seems to me that there is nothing which would stimulate a man's sense of responsibleness more than this maxim, which invites him, and this is written in the 50s, isn't it? Which invites him to imagine first that the present is past, and second, that the past may yet be changed. And amended. So this invites him to imagine first that the present is past, and second that the past may yet be changed and amended. Such a precept confronts him with life's finiteness as well as the finality of what he makes out of both his life and himself. After that, it gets a bit more complicated. And I couldn't really understand the rest of the book, if I'm completely honest with you. But
isn't that a really clever way of making you think about consequences?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have a thing in NA about people will say, I was going to take some drugs, but then I was able to fast forward the tape.
Yeah.
And you fast forward past the user and see what the end of the tape is. Right. He also makes. Listen. It's my first. This is a great book, right? The first half is particularly brilliant. The second half is when he explains his theories, and it gets a little bit complex. And I struggled a little bit, right? And I tried to do mindfulness, and it was bullshit. To each their own. Ben, it was bullshit for you, but it isn't bullshit for a lot of people. May I suggest that you were bullshit? That it was you that were bullshit and not the mindfulness? I'm just asking that as a question. Were you the bullshit and not the mindfulness? But this whole thing about getting your why, because he talks about being in a prisoner of war camp and seeing some horrendous. Here we go. Listen to this. Talks about existential vacuums.
Right.
Do you have a business inquiry email? Yes. What's going on across there? Hang on a minute. This is why existential frustration often eventuates in sexual compensation. We can observe in such cases the sexual libido becomes rampant in the existential vacuum. The existential vacuum being you don't have a why. The existential vacuum is I have no purpose to my life.
You
so
just
I'm
don't.
gonna shag.
You just want to feel something.
Yeah. Same.
It's the reason.
The same thing with drugs.
Yeah, it's the reason why people that get everything they want at a young age, you can think of child stars, people who became really, really famous in their teens, for example. There are very few of them that manage to get through that without making some pretty big misjudgments potentially in their lives, because imagine you've got nothing to work for anymore. There's nothing to aim for in that. You don't get a kick out of doing the thing that you used to love, assuming you used to love it and you weren't just forced to do it. There's no thing that you can't afford. There's no place that you can't go. So how do you feel a buzz anymore? Well, you're going to look for it in sexual partners, drugs, gambling, something that is potentially going to be dangerous for you, or something that you can't stop doing because that's the only place that you can feel that sensation that you can't get anywhere else. I find it really fascinating. This sort of feeling of being like on your own in the world like that.
There's a section, the meaning of life.
Oh, here we go.
The meaning of life differs from man to man. It's old-fashioned language. The meaning of life differs from man to man, from day to day, and from hour to hour. What matters, therefore, is not the meaning of life in general, but rather the specific meaning of a person's life at a given moment. To put the question in general terms would be comparable to the question posed to a chess champion. Tell me, Master, what is the best move in chess in the world? Well, obviously there isn't one. It's
Well, if there was one, everyone would know it.
Exactly. But exactly. What is your why? And once I read that, it was like, oh shoot, man, this is incredible. Gatford says sports stars, when they retire, they lose their why. Yeah, which is why a number of them turn to booze and shagging and whatever.
But not even when they retire. I mean, I used to go and do. It just goes to show what kind of one-man band you are when you work in local commercial radio. I used to go and interview young young sportsmen, and they're like 18 years old, got the best car that they're ever going to have in their lives. They go to work in the morning. Yeah, okay, they've got to keep fit and all that stuff, but they've got a whole lot of spare time on their hands. Which is why you end up with kids gambling and stuff when because they've got more money than they know what to do with.
Ray makes a point that bears no relevance to what we're talking about. The 3 Harry Potter actors seem to have remained level-headed.
Oh, we were talking about young.
But also, we don't know.
No, and I didn't say everyone. I said it's unusual for them not to go off the rails.
And we don't know. We don't know. We missed this phone call. Suddenly, it's nearly 11 o'clock.
In and of themselves, shagging and booze aren't necessarily bad.
No.
If they're the only thing that's good in your life, maybe you should have a look.
Hello.
Hello there. How are you doing, everybody?
Good, thank you. Who is this, please?
Hi, this is Kevin. I thought I'd ring up and recommend, because I see you got a book there, right? There's a guy called Wim Hof.
Yeah.
Hang on.
He does
Yes.
deep breathing and cold shower therapy.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it, Ian. Get into it, my man. It's beautiful.
Have we spoken before, Kevin?
No, we haven't. But
He's been raised on this before, hasn't he?
I think it's a good thing to get into, Ian.
Whereabouts are you calling from?
I'm calling from my house.
Where would that be?
In Cornwall.
You sound so familiar.
I don't know. How would we know each other?
I don't know. You sound very familiar. Go on, what was the book again?
Wim Hof.
Wim Hof is a Dutch guy. WHIMHOF. Wim Hof method. I swear by it. It is amazing stuff.
Okay.
Deep breathing and cold showers. Ian,
I'm not doing cold showers.
It goes in rivers and stuff.
That's the beauty of it. It's about
you don't have
fearing the stress. Go to your stress, fear it.
No.
And you'll come back a different person. I
But
promise
I don't.
you, man,
I'm not doing cold showers.
I can't force you to do anything, Ian.
Exactly. And I will not be doing cold showers.
No, but look into it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Thank you. I won't. I'm not doing cold showers. Sounded very much. I don't think it was, but it sounded very much like a guy that used to phone up a little bit and then got very angry when I called him out for being a bell cheese. Do you remember the guy?
Vaguely.
The Michael Jackson guy.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't think it was him. Yeah. I'm not. It wasn't the guy, was it? Was that the guy?
I don't think it was.
No. I am not doing cold showers. I'm not doing it. What do you think I am? I remember when Ginger Spice, what's her name? Jerry
Halliwell.
No.
Jerry Horner.
Jerry Horner was...
Sat in a corner.
Yeah, apparently watching...
Absolute bombs.
That's what I heard.
Oh, come on.
That's what I heard.
Who made that up? Some school kid?
No, I heard this when I was working on the 11 o'clock show. I'm not having a cold shower. I'm just not doing it. I'm just not doing it.
No.
Why? What is it supposed to do? Make your
Well,
penis shrink?
no, it's like he's worked out this breathing technique that slows down his heartbeat and stuff. They've done like loads of experiments on him because you can see it in scans and that. Oh,
right.
Russell Brand did a podcast with him.
Right.
But it sounds to me like.
But why would you? I don't know why you'd want to have a cold shower and slow down your heart. I don't know why you'd want to do that.
I don't know. Something to do with your chakras. Or
no.
some such.
Boyle's just got banned.
Oh dear.
Boyle just got banned.
Boy Lewis.
Boy Lewis, you just got banned. You can't go around saying that.
Also.
So what?
Grow up.
So deny. Oh, I don't know if I can ban now.
I can.
Can you ban? We're not having that. Yeah, banned. Banned. We're not having that. What a ridiculous. You're now questioning why you're being banned.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Not having that. Banned? What? Because I suggested that a famous pop star might be gay, but I used an abbreviation of the term lesbian that's offensive?
But also
What?
said it like it was some big.
What?
Come on now.
What? Oh, like James. Yeah, he does do that, doesn't he, Lino? He slows down his heart or something. I'm not reading the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra is a book you should read. I ain't reading no Chopra. What do you think I am, Oprah? You got no Hopra. I'm not reading Chopra because that's bullshit. As far as I'm concerned. And then there was a guy saying that mindfulness was bullshit, and I called him out on that. So I stepped back from that. But no, I'm not going to read Chopra.
Listen, what works for you, brilliant. May not work for everybody.
Next, I'm going to be reading a book about Carl Rogers.
Oh.
We're going to call Nigel from Maidstone, aren't we? I mean, we need some light entertainment.
Well, let's see what kind of mood he's in today.
Yeah.
The mobile number you called is currently unavailable.
He's in the mood where he's not in the place where we can hear, he can get a connection.
Yeah.
Oh, I've suddenly just found my mood slipping a little bit.
Well, let's have a look at the Twitch topics.
I
The
tell
Twitter
you why,
topics.
it's because that guy, who I don't think it was that guy, has reminded me of a guy that was toxic.
Yeah.
And it's funny, isn't it? Occasionally I'll hear this guy phoning up LBC, and I keep hearing that girl that phoned up and faked a suicide on us on 5 Live and BBC Manchester and all of these places.
She phones all the late night phone-ins.
All the late night phone. She'll speak to Jim Davis and Alan Bezic and Dotton and Daryl, and I just think, listen, their business is their business, but what she did was so horrific, so unpleasant, and then sent us just reams of abuse.
We had death threats.
Death threats, from blokes that
Yeah.
were her. It was, and then she tried to get in touch, didn't she, about 6 months ago or something? She kind of she tweeted me.
Something.
I said, you've got a bloody nerve after what you did faking a suicide on me.
Yeah, and then, being the reason why we had to get security in at work.
She would phone up the show, no names, no pack drill, and talk about, abuses that may or may not have happened to her. I don't know. I now don't believe anything that she told me. And that she was suicidal. And we gave her a lot of airtime. And I think we probably spoke to her after a bit. And then one of her friends emailed me to tell me that this person had been really upset by something someone had said on Periscope about her during the show, and that she attempted to take her own life. Got to stop saying committed suicide. That's my dishwasher, Claire, not yours. Bezic's back tonight, is he? Okay. And that she was in hospital, was seriously ill after having attempted to take her own life. And I was, I suddenly went into a whole panic of responsibility and thinking, oh God, well, what can we do to help her? And I told Kath and stuff like this. And then there was, I can't remember what exactly it was. There was something that wasn't quite right. There was something in that email that didn't read quite right. And I think I just pulled at the thread a bit and said, I'd love to know what hospital she's in. I'd love to make contact at the hospital. Oh, no. And then I think I just called it out. I said, this is you, isn't it? And no, it's not. I said, yeah, I know it's you. Or she phoned up. And I said, that was you, wasn't it? I know you did that. And no, I know it's not my fault, Terry. It happened 4.5 years ago. FFS to you. And we called her out. She got very angry, like a frightened animal, because she'd been busted. And who's going to call out a suicide attempt? This guy is going to do it. And then we got loads of suddenly all these accounts were made from big men that were just calling us out, mainly me, but some was directed towards Catherine, threatening us with violence.
Said that they're on their way over and they're going to be waiting for us when we finish work. Bearing in mind, we're going back to a dark car park at 2 a.m.
Yeah, and there was a lot of that, and a lot of... Iain's got a mean nose for life. Saw him catch another guy the other night for lying about a broken back. You know it.
Yeah.
And, and this went on for quite a while, to the point where we were going to get the police involved, and then we didn't, I don't think. Yeah, but I hear her all the time now, phoning up other radio stations.
My friend was a late night host on a radio station the other end of the country, and he'd had dealings with her as well. Same stories. She'd sent him baby clothes for his baby and stuff. Got very interested in his life, and
So she's obviously damaged, for want of a better word. But the damage is not what it was. She told us that she was suicidal and stuff like that. She's attention, affection. Drama, I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's way above my pay grade. But it was no names, please. No names. It was really awful, and it was really early on as well, when we're trying to create this brand new world, brave new world of being safe and sharing and stuff, and almost the first cab off the rank comes smashing into the bus depot and takes people out,
And it possibly explains a little bit why we're so hot on boundaries. Sometimes people say, you're being too harsh. No, we don't let anyone overstep bounds anymore. When we start to feel icky about something, or we start to feel that someone is maybe expecting too much out of this, whatever it is that we're doing between me and you, every night, as soon as we feel that, we listen to it these days, because it's never wrong, is it? It's never wrong.
I think we've maybe both got it wrong once on separate occasions, out of hundreds. That's not bad going. We're going to do about another 30 minutes or so, because I've got to get up early for college, and we're not always going to end early on a Wednesday. I just want to get into the groove.
Not nearly enough, John. Can we just answer this question? These people are ill, though, compulsive liars, etc. Where do we draw the line on it being a mental health problem? When it starts to impact on our feeling of safety?
Yeah. We are allowed to put in boundaries that I'm allowed to do my job and not feel worse when I finish my job, and this is our job, and not feel worse when I finish my job, not feel in danger when I finish my job, and not feel upset about a fake suicide when I finish my job. So those are quite extreme boundaries, actually. There are others. But so if those boundaries are being met or crossed, then we are able to say, don't think this is appropriate that we talk anymore. If it carries on, we're allowed to tell them to F off. And if that carries on, we're allowed to contact the police. That's how I see it. Anyway.
People usually understand about boundaries. It's when,
David Turner's doesn't.
And when they don't, that's another sign, isn't it? It's another red flag.
David Turner's is a red flag, and I shove that red flag up his jacksie and I push it up there with a long pipe.
I think he'd like that.
Yeah.
That's the trouble.
I'd like it, and I know what the pipe would be. Be my peen.
Okay, boundaries, mate. Boundaries.
He needs boundaries around his body. Police boundaries. Good evening, Odie. Oh, can Iain acknowledge he looks like a koala though? I don't think I look like a koala. Well, let's find out. I had a koala leave musk on my chest once. Koala.
No, I think if you were bald on top and you had hair out the sides.
I don't look anything like that. What is this guy talking about? This guy's very, very close to getting a...
Yeah.
I think this is the guy that phoned up pretending he'd broken his back, if I'm completely honest. That's how good I am. I don't look... Well... I can see similarities, but I think you're the guy that phoned up pretending you've broken your back. That's how good I am. That's how good I am at this game. That's how good I am. You see? You see? Okay, so we've done topics today. Catherine, would you like to have a little refresh of the top tops?
Oh, God, well, I've got to find them first.
Well, just remember what we've talked about.
Oh, okay. Old sweets, white dog poo, and what do you remember?
Come on, do it properly, please.
What about what did we talk about? Oh,
Jesus.
yes. What old crap are you keeping? Can you make your ears make a noise from within? Would you wear a dress if it was not societally frowned upon, or would you stick with your trousers?
Right. The person asking if my mic is on, my microphone is on. You're getting timed out.
Oh, it's all gone very
That's
quiet
a shame.
for you.
That's a shame. 0203 286 6370. Last one is from Lance. What are you and Catherine reading at the moment? Favourite books, etc. He wants a book party. Well, I have just finished this. Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning. I started a book about Mary Whitehouse, but I'm finding it quite hard going. I am listening, and we're looking forward to listening to it tomorrow on the journey to college, to the Adam Buxton audiobook. I'm about to start a book on Carl Rogers, who's another psychotherapist type dude, the humanist. And that's it. What about you, Catherine?
I am reading 2 at the moment, sort of bouncing between the 2, because sometimes I just want something funny. And for the funny, I've got David Sedaris, Me Talk Pretty Someday. It's just so funny. And Kate Bush, Under the Ivy, I'm reading. Because I realised that I kind of grew up really loving Kate Bush, but I don't know an awful lot about her, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to kind of inform myself a bit more
As
an adult.
Let's give this a try. I don't think it will last. Yes?
Please hold.
No.
Never works.
Ban This Filth you're reading. I've got that. Need to start it. Yeah, it's Ban This Filth. I've read the first few chapters, the Mary Whitehouse book. It's dry. It's dry. Steve says, I just started a company and my customer went nuts on me after a while. I just remained professional. And despite receiving 167 vile messages, I remained professional. Vast learning curve. For the first time in my 48th year, I trusted the police and they actually helped. Passive-aggressive comments from him were vile.
God.
The one... John has a mad trip.
Oh, he's already said you look like the guy from I'm a Celeb.
Eho stole strawberries. Okay.
He does, doesn't he?
Okay, let's have a little look at the camera. No big boy action. He's waiting till it's night time.
Maybe he's having a sleep. He's just had his tea.
Poor little boy. No, Ramey Russell. No one can phone in and explain why you never see baby pigeons. Because I can tell you, because they can't fly. So they're up on their nests. That's why.
What's the best track on the Hounds of Love? Well, that's a very silly question because it depends who you're asking. And it depends when you're listening. I was listening today and Big Sky jumped out at me today. Does it disappoint you Kate Bush spells her name Catherine? No, because I'm not a psychopath. Any further questions?
The Steve Coogan book isn't very good, I don't think.
Mm.
Open the door. Which door?
Which door?
Which door?
Is it? Does he mean the thing that's beeping? Because that's the dishwasher.
Oh, the dishwasher door. No,
They won't achieve the effect you're after.
Roger's very close to getting a timeout and a slap. And a rock chucked at his head. How did you manage NA, AA Zoom meetings as opposed to in-person ones? Well, how do I? I did one today. I did 2 yesterday. There is a little bit of the magic is missing. I sound very tired all of a sudden. There's a little bit of the magic is missing. I don't think they're as good. There are some face-to-face meetings that have started up, and I was invited to one the other day, and I'm not going because I don't feel safe with the COVIDs. But yeah, it's good. What's great about it is you can go all around the world, and you can. There are meetings 24 hours a day, all around the world. You just type in, NA virtual meetings or AA, and there's meetings all around the world, so you can do it anytime. So there. Have you tried the 24/7 permanent online meetings? Yes, I have. Dipped into that. Did I know that baby owls slept on their stomachs? No, I did not know. I feel like we're kind of...
I feel like someone's going to ask us if we've ever seen a ghost in a minute.
Suddenly I'm really tired. I'm going to make myself a little fake cheese. I did a shop today. It's just... Jesus.
Please.
I've done a vegan shop today, so I've got vegan stuff in the fridge. I feel better when I do vegan. Wind the show up for tonight. Maybe you have college. Wind the show up for tonight. Maybe you have college. Punctuation. We're going to wind it up in a little bit. Oh, tell us about the couple last night that we raided. They seem really, really nice. Oh, I tell you what, I was wondering if we could just go and have a little look at some other channels. That's what I wanted to do. Before we do, and we will do a raid, and this isn't the lead up to the raid. We are some way off doing the raid, so don't panic. But I just thought, wouldn't it be nice just to have a little look at some things that perhaps we wouldn't normally raid, and just see what kind of else is out there, because we raid some really lovely people. There's us. Hello, Ian. Hello, Catherine. Oh, look, we're reversed. Look. So.
Oh, this is like that Mexican wave we did the other day.
Okay, this is getting to... So let's have a little... Let's go to esports, right? Oh no, these look a little bit boring. Let us go to music. Let's have a look. So we're not... Was someone able to compile the people you read into clips? Sadly, no. That dream. I don't know what parasympathetic means. So let's have a little look at some... Here we go, some music. This is a real people. But this isn't the raid. I just thought we'd have a little look-see at some people that we wouldn't normally raid. Maybe because their numbers are too big or whatever. These superheroes have got sass coming out of their ass. They're dripping sass. God, look at the sass. Just pouring out of their ass. So sassy.
The boys.
I saw a lot of girls there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pretty neat.
Okay, hello.
Gotta say. A song by Harry Chapin. Up next, Cats in the Cradle. Stealth, thank you for subscribing. Welcome, Stealth. Who is Mike? Thank you
Who
for
does she look like?
a
She looks like
Chunko
someone
Bits
famous, doesn't
request
she?
for another song by us. A song called Familiar. I guess we'll do the Cats in the
looks
Cradle
like an
next.
actress.
Yeah.
If you're about ready for it, and then we'll do Familiar after that. Thank you. Who is Mike? And Rosie Bob, thank you for gifting a sub to Dream.
This is the joy, right, of Twitch and YouTube and Periscope and stuff. This is great. There's an infinite number of... This is what they sound like. They've got a nice little reverb there. Here we go. Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway.
Just the other
Nah, I don't think it's a... Not to me.
He came to the world in the usual way, but there were planes to catch and bills to
Sounds
pay.
incredible, doesn't it?
He learned to walk while I was away, and he was talking for I knew it. And as he grew, he said, I'm gonna be like you, Dad. You know I'm gonna be like you.
Holy guacamole.
And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man in the moon.
I'm tempted just to sleep
When
into
you
this.
coming home, Dad, I
Let's-
don't know when.
I'm going to kick follow, right? And maybe we'll go into that. Maybe we'll raid them later on, because that was... here we go. Bands in test. It's 2,500 volt. That was great, wasn't it? Oh, so this
Thank
is like
you.
a showcase for musicians, it would appear. 2,000 people
Thank you.
watching.
I'm loving this look.
That's a great look. I want to see her trousers because they look like the
big
wide pants.
Yeah.
That blouse is amazing.
Okay, this next song.
Follow bands in town
How are you
live,
guys?
great live music.
How are you guys?
I don't
Okay.
think it's being streamed
This next
exclusively
song-
live on here. I don't know.
Oof. The song is called On the Radio. And
I like the
Let's
the
start.
drinks balance going on here.
sorry, getting levels.
That's a Spinal Tap reference, I think.
Fill the shelves with books and cigarettes and signs. Pick the chairs and
Excellent. Not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. But excellent. If you see anything you like the look of, Catherine, then we're just gonna.
What's Elf songs?
Where is that?
Here.
Oh, here we. Oh, this could be good. Oh, hello. She's an actual elf. I thought it would just be songs about elf. Actual elf.
I want you by my side, so that I
Not quite my cup of tea, but what's this? Light show with new prop, then games. Okay, let's have a little look. Oh! Oh!
We need to get more Sonne Lumiere.
I think I've just found my new favourite channel. It's Ice Talkie. Sorry, I should say the names of the channels. This is Ice Talkie. So we're just having a little look around at people that we wouldn't necessarily raid. I just thought it'd be nice to have a little look.
Instantly famous. Yeah, you're right. Top 50. Oh, let's see. You want it? Okay.
Those are great.
Says.
Light. Says.
What's she going to do now?
Swastika, swastika. Whoa! I mean, she's just moving things, but it's.
We could do that. We could do that.
We can do this.
I mean, as long as there's no juggling involved, I can wave things about.
She's a flow artist. Ice Talkie. It is confusing my eyes.
I think.
Are they they're not passing each other, are they? Okay.
69.
Yes, man. She is definitely moving things. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
I think I've got some glow sticks at home. Shall I bring them?
Oh, here we go. Is this Weird Al?
No, it's wedge shreds.
Why are we going full screen?
Lino. I love you, Kath, but you can't walk in alone without falling over. I dread to think what would happen with those. You know what would happen. I'd knock everything off his shelves.
Oh! Oh! Yes, man! Yes, man! What about cassette collection? Kiss Destroyer cover. DK Arby's using the Kiss logo. Kiss font.
Alright, let's see those flying V's in the chat. Let's show our new friends how it's done.
That is not how I thought his voice was going to be.
It is Weird Al. I mean, this is not my cup of tea, but he's incredible. Yes, man!
I mean, this is all going through his headphones.
Keep 'em
Meanwhile,
coming.
downstairs, his mum's watching the telly. I'm wondering what he does up there all day.
I like that a lot.
People are hilarious, aren't they?
I like that a lot.
Oh, squeeze box.
Mama's got a squeeze box she wears on her chest. This isn't live, I don't think.
It's the Kenny G Squeeze box.
Funny old world, isn't it? Isn't it funny? I might do a music channel. I might set up a music channel.
This guy, I want to see what he's doing. It's not Stairway, is it?
This is Chris Talalier. This what he's doing is easy. It's just you put a bit of reverb on and it sounds clever. I could do this. Is this Stairway to Heaven? Oh, in that case, I can't listen to it.
I don't think it is.
I am going to do a podcast where I listen to Stairway to Heaven.
Gosh.
Drumming to requests.
You're going to call it Stairway to Iain?
Why not?
Calvin Thomas Music.
He's not on here. I think he's streaming or something else, so that's bullshit. That doesn't count. Here we go.
Oh. It's like Shakira, doesn't she?
You don't sound like it.
Oh, these two.
We're just having a look, guys.
Nothing's gonna stop us now. And then I became a Def Leppard and Bon Jovi fan. And so ever since then, I started playing.
Prettier Than Matt. More than just another acoustic duo, Prettier Than Matt has evolved into an engaging live act, a potent, diverse studio creation.
I can feel the potency.
Creators.
If that makes any sense. I care about a lot of stuff and people, but I mean, when it comes to things and interests, I never am not interested in music the whole time. So,
that makes sense.
In various ways, playing to listening to everything, just different.
What about your first? I guess is it celebrity crush or music
singer crush?
Or singer crush?
Oh,
that's a different. I know, like,
first singer crush I know though was Susanna Hoffs. No.
Yes, man.
Same.
Singer of the Bengals.
Oh.
Not even close.
That makes sense. Oh, for
I
singer
was a little.
crush for me.
And then John Bon Jovi was my second.
Oh my gosh.
John Bon Jovi.
I listened
Yeah,
to a lot
John
of
Bon
Christian
Jovi's hot.
music growing up.
You can't have crushes on them because they're all like.
Mine was Morton Harkett.
Not all celibate. Some of those like rock
I
hard.
saw him on
are
Celebrity
really
Mr.
good.
Mrs. He's a bit of a knob.
He is a knob, very pretentious.
Yeah.
It's just people dressed as carrots.
Why not?
Or pumpkins? Are they pumpkins?
When you're making. We're all here for you, though. You know, no judgment here. No judgment here.
The carrot.
Can we end the puns on that one? I can't cope.
I don't like this. This makes me uncomfortable. And here's my problem with Twitch. There's too much choice, and so this is why I tend to watch just a handful of people because there's just too much.
It's like salsa size.
I like it. Let's have a little browse. Yeah. So I was just thinking, cocktails with Kiera. They got 4,000 viewers watching cocktails. Kiera and Simone. It's Simone's B-Day.
I think that's Kira.
King Pigeon, I hope you drop in on a stream which is dropping in on this stream. Isn't that nuts? Inception.
Pringles has entered the game.
Hello. What? This has got 4,000 viewers. Hostage video.
Thanks. Oh, because I have to open the door to let her in. Right.
Bad at video games but laughs a lot. 390,000 followers. About me, I'm Minx. Nice to meet you. 23 years old, here to play video games, try to entertain people.
Apologise? Who's apologising?
I don't mean this disrespectfully. Really genuinely curious. How has she got so many followers?
No, I don't think I should. I think it was quite
Hello,
funny.
Lucky. Oh, you're soaking wet, love. They can't get out of the cat flap now, can they?
No, I don't think so.
Jeez, Lux, you're soaking, my darling girl. You ate because you ate Big Boy's food. I saw you. I saw you. Oh, man. Can you cut that? I don't think Matthew's here. It doesn't matter. I know, Matty. Do you mind? Sorry, mate. It's doing so well. So well. The Kira in question is pretty notorious and has a somewhat problematic Twitch history. Interesting. Sorry, Matty. Let's close the phone lines. Let's do the raid. Let's find a raid. Do we want to go back to that beautiful singer? Singing voice is what I meant. Or do you want to do a smaller?
Smaller, I think.
Yeah. What you feeling? What vibe you feeling? Let's go down. I was going to suggest playing Among Us, but I'm really, really tired, so I'm going to make a little sandwich and go to bed. Here we go. Co-work, co-study with chill vibes.
I got these apples at H-Mart.
Oh, yeah, I like the look of this.
Okay.
Cold War beta key. Yes, I would, Odie.
Long
Thank you.
awaited.
I'm Mayuko, a software engineering YouTuber. On Twitch, I host Muko's Cafe, a chill co-working stream where we listen to chill music and do Pomodoro timers to work, study, and code together. But we're not going to go in and code. People aren't going to go in and code and study, and it's going to be...
No, it's going to be disruptive.
It's going to be disruptive.
We'll get in trouble with her boss, she'll get fired, she'll hate us forever.
This is JBA Part 4.
Get a gloss one like that, because it's easy to hold.
I like your attitude, actually, young lady. Don't think I like that attitude. That's not my cup of tea. Stop scrolling, dead ass.
Well,
the right viewers will come eventually.
Aha.
And
here they come.
If they stay, cool beans, and if they don't, that's
Let's
fine.
do it. This is
like
meant to happen.
Shivji, welcome back. How are you?
This is gonna blow. This is gonna blow her mind.
Over a 30-day consecutive period. Yep, you got it.
This is gonna blow her mind. The right viewers will come. Let's go and blow her mind. Let's go and blow. Oh, you can't see. Well, you're gonna see now. We're gonna go and blow her mind, right?
I can't believe you've been here since February. Still.
Let's go and blow this young lady's mind. She was just saying the right viewers will come at some point, and hopefully they'll stay. That point is now. We're back tonight at 10. It's quiz night tonight. Get your questions ready. We'll see you later on.
Take care.
David Turner's